There we go. Welcome back, everyone.
Woo!
Yahoo!
Oh,
Don't sound too excited.
Whoop.
Jeez. Okay, it's been about 2 weeks. I think it's time to get right back into it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Dev Plays. So last session, everyone barring Felix went on down to the captain's meal. Everyone got dressed up, and they all went to have some food with the captain, and also the sorceress champion, who they have now found out is known as Charlotte. As they spoke to the captain and discussed some of their plans for the future, they also then realised that there was going to be something that they needed to talk about, something that they needed to discuss, which was stuff about the island. They didn't really know too much
What's going on here?
about the
Let's
island.
see what's going.
It's a bit off as well. I don't know what's going on with that.
What's that, sorry?
Yeah. I think we have to
Oh.
Is
fix the
anyone else
audio.
hearing that? He just sounds kind of weird.
Do I sound
No,
weird?
you
No,
are.
he's
Yeah,
just
I'm not
gone.
hearing it at all. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh.
no.
Cut out.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's cut out for me as well, but I mean, like, when he was actually speaking.
Hang on a second.
No, that sounded fine, I
You
think.
sound fine
No.
up until you know,
Yeah.
like, stop talking.
Ah,
No, it sounded a bit weird.
there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
There we go. Okay. Not too
There
sure
we go.
what's happened there. Hang on a second. Let me just have a look at my mic.
It begins.
Very early.
There we go.
technical
Oh,
difficulties.
I don't know why. It just swapped to my microphones in my headphones.
I told you
Just
it
like,
sounded...
I'm bored. I'm going to go to your headphones.
You know what? You know what? Let's do this now for no reason. Okay. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Yes. So, the team all decided to go to. The team all decided to chat about what is actually going on in the world, and also what they can actually, what kind of information they can gain from the land of the sunken moon. There were two tables either side of them, and at one point, after discussing about being in the tournament and about Stilton Maximilian, the one who created this tournament and who basically sent the world into this odd chaos known as the Crucible of Avarice, a man by the name of Simikael, who claims to be an angel from the land of Matrata, made a few claims that he wished to kill them. After insulting Rakia and then the whole situation being diffused by Aquila, a passerby, we then had an issue with Clefoth, as they possessed the captain, or at least puppeteered him, to inform them that he has been watching them, and he has learnt quite a bit of information about them. Not enough to know everything, but enough that he can start understanding them. Afterwards, he dashed away and left the captain in a broken state. Adrian and Adriana stayed behind to heal the captain, while the others took off and helped Aquila alongside two NPCs known as Lumine Soul and Amon Bright. After helping, and after Clefoth disappearing, he just mentioned, just before he was leaving, he just mentioned that something could be up with Felix. After hinting at that, he said that either you can continue following him, or that you can go and find out what is actually going on. To which both Aquila and Fletcher, as well as Rakia, took off. However, both Aquila and Fletcher were able to get through the door using their phasing and electro-phasing abilities to pass through the door and the door handle. Due to this, they are now on the other side, whilst Rakia is still stuck behind the other side of the door. Cloak is still just alongside Amon and Lumine, and we now find Tendra Grum standing on the other side of that door with her weapon, a blunt jute, seemingly like a large metal pole, at the base of the throat of Fletcher. We now come back to these two. Who the hell are you? Wait, Wait a minute.
Why are you in Felix's room?
Why are you
That's
in
a better
Felix's
question.
room?
Because I'm his teammate.
Actually, yeah, that's a
And
fair
last
enough
I
question.
checked, I've seen you before. You were standing over him.
Is that really all you remember?
Do I need to remember more? You attacked my friend.
I feel like this is going to be a big misunderstanding.
As they're doing this, Joe, I'm just gonna go back through the doorknob.
Just awkwardly steps out. I'm gonna like, while this is going on, can I like roll to break down the door since I'm in a panic?
Yeah, you can roll for it. Roll, I guess, roll to attack it. I guess roll strength or dex.
I'm gonna roll dex, and do I have to roll disadvantage because we talked about this last time
Yes,
for
disadvantage 'cause
the
you
alcohol?
are heavily inebriated.
Yes, it's catching up with me. Attack door. Go. Well, 19.
19. I'm gonna say you can roll damage.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't get my special one, so
Also, you didn't call it out anyway.
yeah, so yeah, well really I'm drunk, I'm just panicked, I'm just like get door. Door.
So yeah, roll damage.
Okay. There we go. Roll damage. 45.
Okay, so how do I put this? As you slam against the door, like proper, like hit this thing with all of your might, this just has a massive now like hole in it, as you've just taken out an entire chunk about this, both the size and roughly the shape of your hand. Roll me
Can I
fortitude.
Uh-oh. That's just a straight D20. Oh no.
Okay.
Could be worse. It could have been under a 5.
I mean,
Could have been 2 berries.
yes.
It could have been 1.
You know what? I'll say you take half of the damage that you've just dealt, rather than actually having it rather than you actually having anything like a broken bone.
Yeah,
So-
let's not do that.
Okay, so Rakia, you take
Bruce
half of that,
snaps
which
open.
I get
is
It's like 22
20
points of damage.
Yeah, 22 points on top of your already 54 points of damage that you've had over the time. So that's then 76 in total.
Oh, so I've got okay. Right.
So you're at 99 health.
Wow. Cool, okay. 99 health.
I mean, what is? Wait, hang on a sec, Rakia. I've got this right. Your health is currently 175, and then your vitality is 35. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, my vitality is 56 though.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. 56.
Yeah.
There we go. Where's the party on my notes? There we go. Yeah. So, as you do that, your hand is in a great deal of pain, like it's throbbing. As you do so, but you can now see it, like a hole inside of the wall of the door. As you see so, you see a somewhat familiar face standing in front of Fletcher.
It's just I mean, can I roll history to do like the anime thing of like, having like, history flashbacks?
Yes, yeah, roll history.
Okay, let's have this. Just through the door, like Jack Nicholson.
Here's Rakia.
You do remember her. You can't quite remember her name, but you do remember she's the one that helped Fletcher, but also then attempted to steal Felix's powers. and is also related to that scientist guy that you know relatively quite famously. Roll me another history check for the scientist guy that she was with. You remember his name is Dr. Ten Kudo of Lada, and you also remember that he is related to her by the fact that she is his daughter.
I'm just looking through the door and I just go, you.
Oh great, there's more of them.
Tell me where Felix is, and this won't get messy.
Excuse yourself?
I won't repeat myself. Where is Felix?
You just
I
repeated
think
yourself.
Yeah.
She actually does say that. She goes, "You just repeated yourself."
Yeah, that is amazing.
Time's ticking.
What do you want from me? What? That he's fine, he's safe somewhere else? He's not here, obviously.
Well, then what have you done with him?
I
This
haven't
is his room.
I haven't done anything with him.
She lies.
She then just puts up her left hand. Look, you better back off. I don't want to have to fight you.
I launch forward and face Crusher.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Joe, while this is going on, my character is flying back to their room so they can put on clothes that won't. And ultimately
I
destroy
do nothing.
their
Destroyed.
house.
Yeah, fair enough.
I fly towards her and bounce off her.
Well, that's not for you to
Because
decide.
my powers don't work.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's not for you to decide, because I now need to... Because you were going towards her when she said, "I'm warning you, back off. I don't want to fight you," so now I have to have a look at what she can do.
Are we both just very drunk right now? Is that why?
No, I'm still fatigued from using.
Oh, you're still tired.
Reality.
Okay, so...
I didn't think you were part of the fatigue family.
As you launch towards her, as you launch towards her, she seems to put her hand up in front of you, and a pink glowing energy blasts you back. During this, Rakia, I'd like you to roll me an evasion, or an evasion with disadvantage.
Yep, I can indeed
And you need
do.
DC of... I'm going to say you need a DC of 20.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't have it. Oh.
Okay, I just realised that I just rolled that wrong. I put 4d4d. 4d4 plus 5. There we go. Okay. You are hit back. You just get blasted back by this energy wave as it hits you. You are pushed back, slamming against the door, as the other energy that is blasted out through the door hits you in the face, Rakia. Fletcher, you take 16 points of damage. Rakia, you take...
Because I have ×3 on that, don't I?
Yep, 48 points of damage.
Oh, that hurts so bad!
It's only gonna get worse.
Oh,
Right.
good lord in heaven. Okay.
So, I'm just now getting up the stuff for this. Okay, so, you get hit by this. This hits you straight in the face. This Ark of the Covenant sort of light just hits you in the face, singeing your flesh and quite badly damaging your eyes. As this is done, you have taken, as I said, 48 points of damage. On top of the stuff,
I got 51 now.
Yep.
I'm down to 51, Jesus.
As that hits you, and that also sort of makes you go back, holding your face in pain. As she does so, she just says, "Right, let's try that again. Get back up with any kind of aggression towards me, and we'll both find out exactly how much pain you can tolerate before your entire insides bubble and boil. That is a nice taste of Animon radiation. Take too much of it, and even you aren't going to get back up from it. Oh yeah, best part? Even if your little doohickey power did work, it wouldn't help you.
What does it matter? Until I find out Felix is alright, I will keep going until my breath stops.
She then, places the end of the jute against your chest. He's fine. He's just not in this room right now.
How can I take your word for it when I can't trust you?
You
Last
can't.
I saw, you were trying to steal power.
Oh, really? If
Which I guess you didn't do a good job of because he still has it. Is that why you're back? You want to finish the job?
Okay. I'm now going to roll something.
You want to roll persuasion? It would be very effective.
I'm going to ask you to... No, oh, no. You roll me a... How do I put it this way? Roll me a finesse.
Okay. Five.
She hits you in the face with the juke. Which deals...
Some damage.
Some damage. Here we go. It deals this. 17 points of damage as she just hits you in the face with it. To stop you talking.
Ow.
I think I'm going to have to repeat myself again. Perhaps you should let me speak before you start accusing me. If I wanted to steal his power, which I didn't, I would have taken it. I just had to make a good show for my father. Second, if I was here to kill you or kill Felix, do you really think that I'd do it in the middle of the ocean? It just seems a little bit too tricky to do so. Also in the middle of a cruise. Third, if you did any of your homework, you'd also know that I'm an enforcer, meaning that I am actually part of the police force of my country. So if I was to do anything illegal, that would kind of be a bit hypocritical. And finally, just for a little bit of extra things here, if I wanted to kill you, I would be killing you right now. Not letting you talk to me like as if I'm some kind of monster.
Okay, well, while that's going on, I'm gonna do something in this hole in the door. Right, I'm gonna see if I can use my ability Contortionist.
Okay.
At disadvantage. This is gonna be fun, boys and girls.
Fine.
Well, it did. Well, it procs. I needed a plus 15, so I got that, and
Is
it's like.
Is it a usage style?
And it's usage style. Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, that's one. And now it feels. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how. How this is gonna happen. Let's see. I got plus 6 on there, so oh dear. Come on! It done it! It done it! I do it! I do it! Yes!
Is it 15 and 10, or is it 15 and 15?
Yeah, no, 15 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did it. I did it. I am squeezing through this door. You can hear cracking and all kinds of like horrible sounds of bones dislocating and relocating, and like the girl from The Ring out of a TV, I'm squeezing through this tiny hole.
Jeez. I'm going to roll insight.
Yeah, you can roll insight. Rakia, you just hear, if you're trying to get in here to attack me, I will kill you, Rakia.
Zane, show me Felix. If you are lying to us, I will do everything in my power to kill you and everything that you love.
You're welcome to try. The last person who said that ended up having their spine snapped in half. It's not exactly
I have
easy.
I have a very flexible spine, actually.
Are you looking at her right now?
Yes.
She places her palm against your head as you are still squeezing through the door. You are currently just mostly neck and upper torso.
Yeah.
Right now I held all the cards, so what you're going to do is you're going to back off. Felix is not right here, right now. He went out to give me some privacy. I was then going to meet him as we were going to discuss something with the captain of this ship. But if you don't believe or trust me, I can always bring your corpses to him and tell him I had no other choice. Or we could do it the preferred way and wait for Felix's return peacefully.
Third option. I track him down with my powers and we'll see who's lying.
Go on then. Do it.
Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's have my survival perks. There's my survival perks.
Either way, you trying to use the scent one.
Yeah.
Is it a new skill?
No, it's a technique.
A pure
I think, yeah.
Is it?
I think so. It says it's a technique. Yeah. I thought it was a technique. Maybe it is a new skill.
I think
don't
it's
know.
a new skill because you don't have any other abilities like it to track people down.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Which means that you can't use it again today. Because technically
Oh.
this is the same day and you haven't had a short rest yet.
Damn it. Well, at least it goes down to was it be a plus 15 then still because it's a new skill? I made it before the rules change.
It'd still be 15 plus. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna sniff anyway. Then I'm not using my pure technique. I'm just gonna
Roll me-
sniff.
Perception.
In disadvantage as well.
Indeed.
Okay, here we go. Where is my perception? Okay, 8, 9. Yes, but I haven't used my reroll yet. So,
You used one of them.
uh,
I think you used your
did I?
wisdom reroll, yeah.
shit. So it's just I don't smell him. I don't smell him.
Fletcher,
It's my
with your 11 on your insight, what are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to see if what she's saying is the truth.
She doesn't seem as if based on how she's acting, she is acting rather aggressive, but it's more defensively aggressive. She is attempting to get at what she's attempting to get at is she does not want to harm you guys, but she will and she can because she's not going to be, she's not just going to stand there and get basically her butt kicked by you guys whilst you're misinformed. But at the same time, it also does seem that she is not lying.
Smell him.
Perhaps I'm the one that took the information too hard. We'll need to find him.
Well,
Whatever
we could
that
always-
other guy was saying, he was in trouble.
We could always patiently wait for him, rather than kicking and destroying a door, and even interrupting a girl while she's just trying to get some me time. I did fly all the way here from Avarice City, after all. It's not exactly an easy trip on one's wings.
Why? Why are you even here? Why did Cleafoff let us say that you were here? What's your connection?
Clee
Doesn't
who?
make any sense.
And then we come to Adrian and Adriana. So, the captain is fully healed. He is finally awake, and his Adriana has brought him a drink so that he can just sort of like clear his airways a little bit better and also just come to terms with what has just happened to him.
Yeah, his throat must be red raw. Then we just exploded and brought it back together.
It's at this point it's more just like he's trying to clear it out due to the fact that there's still some left from like the blood that he might have slightly inhaled or even slightly swallowed.
Yeah.
But it's also just that thing of like you can tell that he's got a large pain in his head as well because he's just sort of like holding it and also putting like another cold drink against it while still sipping like what seems to look like some kind of cocktail. Oh, damn! I didn't think that was. Oh, so that was Cleforth. That's what you're telling me. He controlled me.
It appeared that way.
Okay. We need to sort this out. It's not, Where are the others?
I believe they're dealing with that problem.
Good.
Good.
I'm not sure what to do. This psychopath running rampant across the entirety of the boat, he might very well kill everyone on board before we even get to our destination. People don't deserve to live in fear, especially when they come here for a holiday. Damn it. That hurts. Whatever he did to me. My body is still not fully recovered. Thank you, though.
Right. A polite bye.
However, whatever you did to my throat, I had a slight ache in my neck as well before this, but my neck hasn't felt this great in years. It's no longer stiff. And quite frankly, I don't even have any sunburn from the earlier the morning. That's incredible.
She doesn't really know how to take that. She just want to say, well, at least that's something good came out of this, but I don't want to say that because that's a terrible thing to say.
Even,
but I can't think of anything else.
Adriana's looking at you like a sort of like, don't know if we
Sad.
should tell him, but at the same time we should just sort of let him feel better about the fact that like, you know, he's feeling slightly better there, but like, yeah, what Cleforth did to him messed him up in ways that like you might be able to fix, but not without life-scarring pain. And thankfully, what you did to him, he was unconscious for, so he doesn't remember it. But yeah.
Thankfully enough.
Whilst that's happening, you roll me perception, Adrian.
Okay, let me see what my perception is. It's still, yes it is, still just +1.
You
11.
hear some footsteps hitting the hard flooring just outside of the restaurant, rather slowly walking towards the front doors of it. You feel this echo, clack, clack, clack. It's coming closer.
Insight to see if someone's doing that, like trying to be threatening.
You can roll insight, but I'm gonna have to say a disadvantage.
You know, like there are people, whenever they do, they deliberately do
Similar to
slow,
the-
heavy movements.
Similar to the sarcastic clap. It's the menacing hard shoe walk.
I was thinking more like you're like Freddy Krueger, like just loud noises to scare people.
Oh, okay.
12.
You're not sure. You can't really tell about either of those two things, but all you can tell is that those are some heavy feet clacking against the ground, and they're making large echoey noises, and they're getting closer to the restaurant.
Okay. I'm going to much put myself between the door and the Adriana and the captain, just in case.
Okay.
Surreptitiously do that.
As you do so, something starts moving from just behind one of the glass walls. You can see through. It's Felix as he's walking towards the restaurant.
There he is.
Felix,
Yeah, but I'm gonna
you get to the restaurant.
walk over, open the doors.
Adrian opens the doors as you are greeted to Adrian, covered in a couple of little blood splats on her lovely silk dress, her silvery silk dress. But also, you start looking out into the further reaches of the restaurant. It's empty, but two people, Adriana and the captain. All of the tables are overturned. Some of them are broken. Food is everywhere. The place looks like a mess.
What happened
Okay,
here?
Felix.
No, I'm fine. Are you?
Yes. Yes, I'm quite good.
You sure? There's a bit of blood stains on your dress. What happened?
There was a called Kleetov came and attacked us. He controlled the captain. Yeah, the others are going to get him now.
Okay. Should I? You know where they went? Should I go help?
I think I can handle the situation here. That's good. The way he was talking, he seemed like he had hurt you.
Yeah. I'm just confused at what's going on.
You then hear Adriana in the background. Well, either he's controlling you perfectly, or he was just bluffing to try and get us to be distracted about something. We should very much keep our eyes on him. He seems very dangerous. Felix, why don't you go help the others? I'm sure that they'd be over the moon to know that not only are you with them, but also you're safe.
Sure, where'd they go?
They went to your room.
Okay.
That is definitely a concerned.
Concerned.
Concerned noises.
Felix will turn around and start heading that direction.
Okay. Cloak, we come back to you. The two mimic lads, they have now put themselves back into their human forms as they turn to you. They say, well, why don't you get going? We're pretty fine over here. I mean, obviously we're going to need to go and check on Aquila, but you go on
I
ahead.
should probably get back to babysitting.
Oh, are you their leader?
Yeah, take it.
You then see Amon, the larger man, the larger gentleman, just taller, just looking down over at Lumine, this younger chap. I know what you mean. Go on, we'll catch up. What do you mean he knows what he means? Cloak, how quickly do you attempt to head off? Do you just start walking or do you start running?
Kind of like. Can I roll like an acrobatics to kind of ninja in a way, like jump on things and stuff?
Yeah. Roll acrobatics. Yeah.
starts wall running away.
Yep. just parkour.
Naruto running down the hallways.
Oh yeah.
Just start hearing like the
I'm gonna be Hokage.
One day I'm gonna be Hokage. Like puts on like a metal headband and starts running with his arms flailing behind him. Like, yeah, no, you start start dancing all over the place, popping and locking mostly. No, yeah, you start heading off, catching up to them using your nin moves, your athletic jutsu, as you head off to catch up to them. I guess both of you, Felix, are you running or walking?
A brisk pace.
Okay.
Kind of speed walking, I guess.
Cloak, roll me move speed with advantage. Felix, roll me move speed with disadvantage.
Okay. So 16 total.
Okay, 16 to 3.
3.
Okay. Yeah, so Bill, you'll get there first. Rakia, you have... so we come back to you guys. Rakia, Tendra basically asks you, like, she just goes, I'm going to need you to get out of the door. You're going to have to squeeze yourself on back.
Oh yes, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, that's why I asked you to do it. Come on, don't be an ass. We all have to pitch in.
What if I don't?
Well, then you'll be stuck, and none of us will be able to go and look for Felix.
Hmm.
Oh, well, if you don't trust me, you're more than welcome to take another pot shot at me, but as I said, she then places her hand back on your head. You're more than welcome to get completely irradiated.
Let me deal with this. I'm gonna try and phase you through the door, Rakia. Prepare yourself.
Do any of them have a phone?
Nope.
None
Well-
of them have phones.
It's just Felix and
Felix.
Adrian.
Felix and Adrian are the only ones who have phones.
As I just gingerly smack Tendra's hand away and put my hand on Rakia's head, I kind of like help her through the door
Do you make her go?
by phasing her through it.
Do you make her face it outside, or do you make her face inside of the room?
Oh, I gotta let her in.
Okay.
That way she's inside.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I'm just sort of like, you know.
She puts up her hand as a large like ball of energy appears. I said back.
Okay, jeez.
Hmm.
You know you have to let a lady through the door before you let her out.
Tendra has a phone.
Tendra does have a phone, yes.
Felix probably has Tendra's number.
Yes.
I think Felix might call Tendra.
Roll me nerve.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're panicked enough, you might call her. If you're calm enough, you might not. So actually, you're looking for a lower roll this time.
Well, let's see. Well,
Oh,
Yes! You are calling that bitch on speed dial.
that's hilarious.
He's like sweating profusely. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Come on, pick up.
As I'm phasing Rakia back through the door, sadly.
As you phasing her through the door, you actually notice that the like pink glow starts disappearing when you're both outside of the door.
Yeah.
You then hear like a strange ringtone. It's
Like some pop song from the 80s.
it's some. It's literally just like an equivalent of like "Don't You Want Me, Baby," but it's like "Don't You Want Me."
Yeah.
As she like just pulls it up, answers the phone. Hello, go for Tendra.
Tendra, it's me, Felix. There seemed to have been some sort of fight down at the restaurant.
There seems to be some kind of fight happening off in your room.
Yeah, I heard that. Is everything all right there? I'm heading that way now.
Well, your friends are a little worse for wear, but so long as they keep their distance, they'll be safe.
Okay, I'll pick up my pace. I'll be there shortly.
Fair enough.
Is that Felix?
As Cloak, you now appear, you now grab onto the railing, pull yourself up, and you're now balancing on the railing as you now see in the hole Tendra, putting down a phone and just saying, okay. And she then puts a phone into her pocket as you now just have a clear view of her with the hole in the door.
I notice? Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Just kind of mumbles to himself. Her again. I'm gonna see if anyone notices me quickly.
I guess. Do you want to roll stealth or?
I'll roll stealth, I guess. Yeah.
The other
I'm still rolling disadvantage, aren't I?
Yes, comically low stealth.
On the bright side, Raki, you don't need to roll disadvantage. Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say you don't
I did
need
already.
to because it's basic normal dex, and normally you'd get an advantage against normal dex, but obviously since you're drunk, it would be normal roll.
Nope.
A graceful jump, but a rather loud landing.
On the bright side, you still hit.
+9. Oh.
I when you do that, I'm just gonna sort of signal quietly and just just to Cloak, just Tendra.
You just go Tendra.
Yeah, I know it's Tendra.
I'm just sort of trying to do hand signals that you don't understand. Like in in Rakia's mind, it's do something, neutralize her, attack her, but it's mainly just
oh, it's the pacifist ninja who doesn't want to get involved. Run along. We don't need to see you right now.
Kind of.
Can I roll a history?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a bad.
What's the history for?
The tournament. Would I have seen the match between the two of them?
Yes, but also I'll give you an extra thing for this. The reason as to why she's calling him a pacifist is due to the fight that Ten and Felix had. Cloak just stood by and did nothing, and obviously you only woke up halfway through that, so you have no idea why he didn't join. But then obviously, yes, you also remember he did beat her in less than a minute.
Are you sure you should be saying to that, considering how quickly he ended your match between the two of you?
Clever, although I doubt that he'd be so lucky this time.
You'd be surprised how surprising he could be.
Okay, I've had enough. What's going on here?
These two are trying to attack me, and all I'm trying to say is, if they just wait some time, Felix will be here. I came here to find him.
I can't smell Felix. What if she's lying? Cleaver could be in the walls.
Yes, they could be in the walls, but...
Who the hell is this Cleafoth? What are you talking about?
Don't pretend you don't know.
Okay, then I'll actually not know. What's going on?
He's a killer. And he's at the walls and he can get inside your mind.
Someone like that's on the ship?
Well, maybe they might have left buttons.
How could we know? That wasn't a person, it was a thing.
So, Akela, we now come to
It was
you.
like a puppet.
We now come to you. You've now gotten back into your little room. You've now been able to get like the equipment from your homeland on, like your actual dress code. What is it that you're putting on?
It's like, I imagine it's a mixture between casual and practical clothing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just some basic stuff put together. And she'll walk out, she'll go, oh, way better in that suit. How far away am I from their room?
You're a couple of floors above them.
Okay.
Funnily enough, like you're actually like, because the balcony that looks over the entire place means that you could technically hang down by 2 or even like fly down by only 2 floors and immediately be on the balcony. That's where they are.
Yeah, I'll probably just do partial transformation and then fly down.
Okay, roll for it.
No, 'cause it's a I think it's a 15.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Would I be able to attempt it again, or?
You can. By the way, is it a new skill or is it an advanced skill?
It's an advanced technique because I put
okay.
2 together.
Ah,
There we go.
there we go. Yeah, so your arms become giant blue lightning wings, as you are now. able to
I'll
fly
dim
down.
them. Yeah, I'll just fly down to their level.
As you now perch yourself on the metal bar next to Cloak. Oh great, they're
No,
multiplying.
Oh well, oh, so you're not killing each other now?
Please,
I
these things
don't
kill
think
me.
so.
Oh, good. Sorry about that. Is it alright if I heal those 2 then?
Sure, it's not like as if I want them to die, I guess. If they're friends of Felix, I don't see any reason why not.
Alright then. I'll set my wings to like passive healing, and so I'll wrap my wings around the 2 of them so they passively just get healed for 6, and then I guess if they allow me to. And then I'll probably just roll for healing.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you're coated by these wings that look like they're electric-y, as like you feel a weird buzzing throughout your body. It's not horrible. It's like strange vibrations that coat throughout your entire throughout the entirety of where the wing is touching you, tactile, and then the buzzing goes through your entire body. As that happens, you are now feeling much comfier and much better. As you do so, you are now healed for 16 points.
Also, any ailments that I think they technically had as well would be gone.
Yep, although I don't think either of them have...
Unless
actually,
alcoholism counts as an
your
ailment.
exhaustion and your alcohol inebriation, it has lessened, meaning that you are no longer exhausted and you are no longer heavily inebriated. You are now slightly tipsy, but you will not have any disadvantages to any of your rolls.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, feels good.
Lovely.
No problem. Well, things are all good. I'm probably gonna go.
Are we
Appreciate
gonna return to business as usual or try and hunt down that wooden monster man?
What?
Well,
What
Felix
what-
needs to be here.
what is going on?
Okay, so there's a guy who has the ability to, well, he has the ability to control people's bodies at least. I'm not sure if it's minds, because the minute I transformed fully, he couldn't control my body anymore.
But he knows things. He knows stuff that you're not supposed to know.
You also
I
did
am.
open-
I didn't
Why
hear
we're
that
down
part.
Yeah, that's why we're down here, because he took over the captain and said he was doing strange stuff with our friend. And then we came to see, we bumped into yous, helped yous out, and then went to see Felix and bumped into this hulking person.
You know I can hear you, right?
Do I care?
I'm about to undo
Right.
all this lovely Phoenix's work, and it's all because of your big fat mouth.
Well, thanks to this Phoenix, I'm actually feeling much better, so my powers are working again.
Alright, people, this is... probably not the best to throw yourselves at each other, especially if you're so concerned about Clifford. Probably not the best to weaken yourself.
More than they already are?
Yeah, it isn't the first time that a fight's almost happened. But I'm sure your friend will probably be here in a short time. I mean, I could probably find him if you want.
You then hear this, Felix, as you are now finally up, up outside of the room, as you see pretty much everyone from the party, barring Adrian and Adriana.
Looks at the door. Oh, that's gonna need fixed.
We're just going there. We're just gonna run into you, just like, are you, Diggs down to you. Are you okay? Are you all right?
Did they do
What did he
anything
do to you?
Are you hurt?
I'm. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. What's going on?
You then just see your door open, even though it's very redundant due to the hole. These fine people that you call party members decided to attempt to attack me whilst I was, well, she then puts air quotes up, home alone, as it were, whilst you went out.
Get back, Felix! Get back! She's here to take her powers again!
No. Okay, I...
Do you want to tell them, or should I?
Tell us what?
Thanks.
Tendra and I are work partners at this moment in time. We're...
What?
Well, it's true.
It's...
Really?
What? But she tried to take your power. Do you know who she is?
Yes, I've spent a decent amount of time around them. I
What?
think...
How long?
I've been doing odd jobs after the tournament for it's been like, a month?
Yes, about a month, yes.
Yeah.
But why? Why would you work with them, considering all that happened? Oh, wait. The deal.
What deal?
I seem to be in the middle of some drama. I'm gonna go and check on the captain, make sure everything's good. So I'm just gonna fly away.
Probably for the best.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
sounds good.
You're unconscious, Rakia. After you got knocked down and things happened, Felix got back up during the power stealing and made a deal with... Is it your father, Ten?
Yes, my father.
It all makes sense now.
Well, the only thing that's missing from that is that I unpurposefully didn't take his powers, after I realized that not only did I really not need them, but he would probably need them a little more than I. But on top of that, the fact that he was willing to give up the one thing that could help him in the tournament for his family. A man like that, as selfless as that, couldn't exactly take it away from him. I saw in that moment that he was not someone who selfishly desired to win, but to just get by. So, because of that, I spared his powers, let him keep them. Although, psychological enough, probably a little bit more traumatic, considering You thought that they were gone, but I had to make it look convincing in front of my father. I did inform him about an hour or so after, but by that point we had already moved on. Who's to say that we would have found you again throughout the rest of that tournament? But afterwards, you just had to go and find him, didn't you? Because then, when you did, you spoke to him and restruck a deal during the time that your friends were all in the mixed martial arts and the mixed weapons. You signed another deal with him. A deal where you would do anything that my father asked for you until the debt had been repaid. Specifically, so that he could gain the tools and the capabilities necessary to help your wife.
Felix will nod.
And how is he going to repay that debt?
He technically already has, and also already is. He's been working for my father, doing anything that he asks of him, and he's also been helping me. But we're no longer at liberty to tell you anything further than that. You understand.
I can guess.
So
Oh,
are
I
you still
absolutely
interested
can
in the
guess.
tournament or not?
Oh, my father is not. I, on the other hand, am. I mean, look, this world is massive. Do you have any idea how amazing it would be if I was to win? First of all, there aren't that many female contenders, and there definitely aren't that many champions either. But on top of that, I would be the first enforcer to actually win. Nobody would ever mess with me ever again. Heck, crime fighting would actually be a little easier. But on top
Felix.
of that, my father wanted something from me, and I have to repay that debt.
Felix.
Yeah?
Have you been helping her to try and win? Is that why she's here?
Partially.
Oh, please, he doesn't need to help me to win. And besides, part of the deal was that he would help us. If it is so, of course, you could help us. The sooner he gets his wife healed, the sooner the debt will be repaid.
Oh, isn't that just convenient? Preying on a man's family, a sick family situation, just for your own gain. You evil people.
Why don't we go to like a cafe, get some drinks? We can have a nice civil chat about this.
I don't want to see her.
Oh, please.
I don't want.
It's not really that complicated. My father is putting up all of the hospital bills, medical bills, and any other particular possible issues that your family, or his family, seem to have issue with. They want for nothing, need for nothing. They have everything that they could ever ask for, even things that they could ever imagine. To be honest, they're probably better off now than they were in their home. Financially, they've never been better off. Protection-wise, they've never been safer. And medical-wise, they've never been cared for quite this much. Trust me.
And you have the perfect leverage over him. I see how it is.
My father has the perfect leverage. I don't use it as that, but the benefits do come alongside. I need his help, and he needs mine. So I don't use them over him, but my father sure as hell does. I'm not comfy with it, but until what I get is gotten, I'm still in need of help. So you can see me however you'd like, but at the end of the day, there are other people who are worse off. We're not holding them hostage. They can leave whenever they'd like. And we certainly aren't making them slum it. So, definitely be careful next time before you prejudge someone else's situation. After all, you haven't even asked what Felix feels about this situation, rather than just judging me and my father.
Why didn't you tell us?
I was slowly getting around to it. I was planning to tell you guys soon, but then all this just kind of happened. It was poor judgment on my part to withhold this information as long as I did.
Yeah, I'm just like, Rakia's giving Felix the look of like, the look of like angry disbelief. Just so much like, just the fury of a child. Or at least trying to, at least.
You do understand that the trust is now broken.
Felix will nod.
Well, not fully broken, just damaged, I guess in my case. You did do it for your family, and I understand that. It's just thought we were a team. You could trust us with pretty much anything. But I see why. We do tend to get a little bit heated sometimes.
A little?
Okay, Tendra.
Looks at the door.
Given the circumstances that happened, I feel like it's necessary to apologize to you. Though I'm sure you can see why we kind of took things on a hot foot.
Next time that you're about to attack someone, perhaps you should ask them the questions and wait for their answers, rather than asking them and attacking them when they don't give you the ones that you want. Especially since that person helped save your life.
Wait, what?
They never told you.
Huh?
After you were impaled by that Rajatal bull, I was the one who saved you.
Fletcher shiver.
I was the one who saved you. As a matter of fact, your friends had no idea how they could beat that thing and save you at the same time, and yet I did so easily. I even helped carry you. And they trusted me. But suddenly that trust is broken. When all I've done is technically be on Fletcher's... No, sorry. Every one of your sides, including Felix. But if you don't trust him, that's fine.
It's not that I don't trust him. It's just I wish this was prevented. If we'd known more.
I mean, considering who you're working with, it's kind of obvious. And she's sort of pointing off towards Rakia.
Hey! Rakia is a great teacher and a wonderful person.
But she jumps
Everyone
to
makes
conclusion
mistakes.
and loses her cool whenever she sees something that she doesn't like. She's also got a bit of a magpie concept of time and thought and possession. Always wanting more, Rakia. Perhaps you're compensating for something.
Speak for yourself. You don't know her the way we do.
I don't have to take this. And I'm just sort of like, it's been a long night. Going to bed.
Perhaps you should.
I'm just... I'm just sort of like going to walk past Felix, and just sort of, not so subtly mutter to Felix like, "You're meant to be the best of us," and then walk away.
What do you do, Fletcher?
Felix.
No, I know what I said. Like, it is Fletcher because Rakia's gone off. What is Fletcher doing?
I just turn around and say, "Good night, everyone."
And Cloak.
And I wander off too.
Yeah, I'll walk off. Got that look in my eye.
Do you? By the way, do you go past? Do you go past Felix, or do you go the other way and go past Tendra?
Everyone just walks past Felix with Felix's back turned. Like some dramatic moment.
Yeah, the anime moment.
Na, 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 na. Okay.
Fletcher passes Felix. He puts his hand on his shoulder and just shakes his head and walks on.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah. I'll see about getting that door fixed.
Don't worry too much. Besides, what we need to be worried about is exactly what they're going to think once they find out why we're actually working together.
Yeah. So communication is definitely not this party's strong suit.
Oh, I noticed. I tried to tell them many times that you were safe and fine and that you went out just to go somewhere. And you know what they did? They tried to attack me. Twice.
Felix, well, look at this. Does the phone have a speaker option?
Yes.
Like, we probably should have put me on speaker.
That actually would have been a smart idea.
I guess it's good to keep in mind in case something like this happens again, which hopefully it won't.
True. Well, she starts stretching. I'm gonna get some rest. My back and wings are killing me. So I best take some sleep.
It's fair.
Is it alright if I use the bed?
Yeah, it's all good.
I warn you, I'm a blanket hog.
That's perfectly fine. I'm used to dealing with two kids. I can assure you they are just as much of a blanket hog, if not more so.
She walks in. She starts at least taking off parts of her armor. She doesn't like completely strip down because obviously, you know, that's not why she's here or anything like that.
Yeah.
She's in some relative like amount of like less armor and less thick clothing because you can tell that a lot of the clothing that she has is mostly for winter. She has what seems to be like an underlayer of like some kind of like what seems to be a thermal bodysuit. She says, "Well, this will keep my temperature nice for the rest of the night, and the duvet is just for comfort." And she then like rolls up into the blanket.
Felix is gonna inspect the door and try and find, because there's a straight up hole in it.
There's a straight up hole in it. Thankfully, it can close. Like the latch and everything, the hinges are all fine, and also like the handle is all good. It's just there's a hole perfectly in the middle of it.
I wonder, I could probably call Adrian. They could probably fix this real quick, but I don't know if we want to deal with another person coming up and, I guess, seeing you.
Speaking of which, we now come back to Aquila. Aquila, you've now gone down to Adrian, where Adrian was.
Yes, yeah.
You basically go down there. The captain is now like on his feet. Adrian and Adriana, you've helped him up. He said that he's going to have to take a rest, and then he'll have to speak to everyone in the morning about sorting out this situation with Cleofoth. He says, "I either need to sort it out by not doing anything about it, leaving him to it, even sending a message saying that none of us will deal with him so long as he promises not to attack anyone else, or we're going to have to go on the strongest defensive we've ever had. But quite frankly, if we do, Either one could put any number of people, passengers, in danger. So I'm not too sure what to do. You were with the Soul and Bright Boys, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
What is the situation?
Well, they're all good. Turns out the thing has a... Well, turns out Kleefhoff can't manipulate you if you, are made of something else. So
So he's a biokinetic then? Not a
I
telepath?
guess so. Yeah.
Thank you. That helps us. That
Oh,
helps us quite a bit.
two situations. One, there's a giant hole in one of the corridors. Two, I think someone punched Fletcher's door, so there's a hole in that too.
Great. Repairs are going to be a nightmare. But on the bright side, is
Do you
anyone
want? I
hurt?
can do it.
No, I think they got into a bit of a scruff, but I healed them up at least a bit, so everyone's good.
Well, thank you. Adrian, if you could, that would be most helpful, Miss Crawford.
I was also going to say, Captain, although I've got my duties with Soul and that lot, if you want, I don't mind helping with security, at least for the end of this journey.
No, you've done plenty enough. I thank you. You can take your leave. After all, you're supposed to be on vacation here too, or at the very least you're supposed to be only those boys' bodyguards. What would that say if
True.
I couldn't defend my own ship?
True,
Roll-
but hell never hurts.
Roll insight, both of you.
Okay.
Adrian and Aquila trying to roll some insight.
I think my wisdom is just very basic.
Just a straight D20. 19.
Oh, yes. And Aquila. Natural. That's
Natural
sentence,
one.
nothing to look into that sentence. That's fine. You are good to head off. As you do so, and you fly off.
I'll just say, well, if you do need help, just ask, and then yeah, she'll go and find the other two.
Yeah. As she's now flown off, Adrian, you sort of see in his face and you hear in his voice that, like when he says, "After all, you know, what could I say if I couldn't at least defend my own ship?" You just see him sigh, and you can feel the weight shift onto you and Adriana a bit more when trying to hold him up. Like, he already knows that you and your entire party have done so much more in security than any of his security has been able to. And that,
Killed a couple of his men.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's lost a couple of men, but the worst part to him is the fact that he's been able to do nothing this entire time, and you can feel that pressure on him.
To be fair, it is somewhat our fault for being here. I think Adrian does know that.
Leave it to Adrian to be apologetic for existing.
No, just going on this boat, we've made things worse for everybody around us.
Eventually, you take the captain back to his quarters. Adriana eventually says to you, like, "Well, I guess we should get some sleep then. Hope for the best."
I'll go and accept those things. Or bad, after all.
Okay. As you're about to walk off, you sort of feel like something grab your hand. B.
See?
Do you think that Kleefhoff and Simakael were right?
About what?
about Rakia and myself. About Rakia and all of us. That we don't belong in this world.
On the slightest.
That...
Even for a moment.
But he is right. I mean, what am I a queen of, exactly? The kingdom is entirely in ruins. Our family is 100% dead, minus the two of us.
You're my queen. Queen of one is no lesser than a queen of 1,000.
Aww.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
I'm getting a sense of deja vu.
That's so sweet.
She, you start seeing tears just drip onto your hands as she's holding them. You see that, just tears streaming down her face.
I will quickly go in for the hug again.
I miss them so much. And I do think that maybe I'm not ready, but as long as I've got you, I'm safe.
Let's kind of hold her. Probably after a bit, it's kind of try to wipe away the tears.
I'm gonna...
Might not be ready. When the time comes, you will.
She just nods, still being unable to really speak. And then she just turns and opens her door to go to bed.
See you in the morning.
She then nods and then just closes the door with a smile on her face, regardless of the tears that are streaming down it.
I will... first things first, I'm going to head back to my room.
Yep.
And change into my normal clothes.
Okay.
Because I've got blood on me and still don't really feel comfortable in this dress.
Fair enough.
It's showing too much shoulder for my liking.
Fair enough.
You need to get some metal shoulder pads.
Exactly.
You swap the clothes out and everything, and you're now into your regular attire.
Actually, I will put on the new jacket though.
The new dapper jacket.
The girl yellow jacket.
The girl with the wasp tattoo. Sorry.
And then I'm going to go to where all the breakages are and begin fixing the ship.
Okay.
There is one thing I want to do. Now I'm, I've stormed away, in a thing, followed by Fletcher. I'm going to take Fletcher's hand, and take him to my room. No explanation. Just going to take him to my room. And then,
wow. Okay.
No, don't worry. It's not that. It's just.
It's exactly
Guys,
that.
It's not that. It's extra training. That's what we're calling it these days, aren't we?
It's
Building up a stamina.
It's literally
Loads and loads of stamina training.
Exactly.
He just needs to
Building up a
vent
speed
some
and dexterity.
frustration.
So you begin, anyway, Adrian, you begin fixing the ship. Cloak, you've now headed off back. Are you going back to your room?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait, what's the time?
It's pretty much now basically 8, 9-ish now.
Okay.
I almost answered with the current time for me.
I shall go back and
10:25 a.m.
Yeah, I'll probably just go back and just meditate for a bit.
I'm just I'm not actually doing the thing with Fletcher. I'm going to have I am going to teach him something, but not a sex thing, okay? Just
Yeah, sure, okay.
Whoa! Whoa! where did you get that
Extremity
idea
whip,
from?
eh?
Yeah,
Am I right?
Well, you do
What
have the
is it,
extended
my
tongue
turn?
rack here, so
I mean,
I'd hope that's not how you teach that, because you did teach Felix that.
yeah.
No,
Felix is a
Sam,
married
no.
man.
It's not teaching him. No. Anyway, right, moving on.
Okay.
So you fix the wall, and you eventually go to fix the hole in the door. Now, thankfully, the lights are off. You sort of like clap your hands together, place them on the wooden door, and the door starts like breaking parts off, and then starts reforming it. So the splinters start like coming back and placing itself back onto the door until the door is relatively put well back together. You can tell that some of the splinters are just not within like reach of you.
Pretty much just made a slightly thinner door.
Yes, but it's a door nonetheless. And then
It'll do.
when you've done that, do you head back to your room?
Can I roll for history for something?
Yep.
Because I'm okay. Did that angel man just like take the piss out of Rakia and not my sister?
Roll history. You can't really remember, but at the very least, it may have seemed like he definitely was acting aggressive towards you and your friends. Potentially that adds to Adriana, but you can't quite remember if he said anything specific. You are remembering that Cleofoth said something about her being a queen of nothing, but at the same time, you do remember that Raki was treated like not even a being, not even a person.
Okay. I'm gonna try and find Samael, the angel man.
Oh, Simikael.
Samael.
Okay. Roll me investigation.
See. No, that's wisdom, not intelligence.
You like walk around for about like you walk past 3 doors and you're like, I just realised I have no idea where he is. I don't know what room he's in. As you're incredibly confused, and then you start thinking, wait, what room am I in again? And then you start getting a little confused, and you're like too embarrassed to go and ask someone, and you just stood there for a second, paralysed and like not knowing what to do. And as you then turn around, you then hit your face into something quite sturdy, and you then fall to the ground, butt first onto the floor.
I walk into a beam.
As you look up, it isn't a beam, but it is an armoured man. It is Simikael. So you're the one who is creating all of the racket, all the crims and creaking. So, you used your structure to fix these walls. Well, still some cinders and ashes from the burns, but other than that, quite impressive. You know.
I'm going to stand up. Been looking for you.
And
I want to challenge you to a fight.
you are going to challenge me to a fight.
Yes, I want you to apologize to my friend. What you've done to her.
If you want me to apologize to that thing, perhaps you are going to have to use a little more than just words. Meet me outside on the front deck in 5 minutes. We shall settle this. If I lose, you get your apology. If you lose, well, we'll figure that one out soon enough.
Okay. I'm going to get my sword.
Okay.
Obviously.
And your lance? Or
can we just say I've got my sword on me? Because I probably would have. So just ceremonial reasons when I'm in this.
I just assume that you wouldn't only just because of you know, like at first you were hoping to find him. But now that he's given you 5 minutes to get ready, you can now go back and get your sword.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my sword.
Do you get your lance, or is it just the sword?
I'll get the lance as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get both of those. You never know.
So.
Indeed, it is.
Just for levity's sake, or brevity's sake, Kane, I think we're done with Aquila for this episode. You can head off if you haven't already. Just because otherwise you'll be sitting around for a while.
Fair enough.
Alright, Kane.
Bye.
Take care.
You have to listen. The rest of the podcast does.
Yeah.
If you
just listen to me get my ass
if you want to
handed
listen to it, you're more than welcome to. But I'll let you know now so that then you don't sit there wondering, is it my turn yet? Or
No,
is he going to
enough.
throw me in the deep end suddenly? Like, and now we come back to Aquila. And it's like the last 10 minutes. Like,
Aquila just fast asleep on the bed, just.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, Storm Phoenix. Anyway, right. So you head off to the deck with your sword ready. You then stand outside.
Sword and
you stand outside waiting, and it starts like it's a very starry night sky. The light that is currently coming in is from like the lights that are sort of beaming out onto the deck from the front of the ship, as well as any light that's pouring in from any of the windows. You then hear like some clanking noises as you then hear Simakael walk out. Now, just as a reminder, this guy is he's rather tall, quite stocky, long silver hair. As he walks out in his like silverish armor, he starts walking out, and you notice that he didn't have this before. He seems to have a short sword on his left side. As he walks up onto the deck, he then walks until he's about 5, maybe 4 meters just opposite you, as he's standing about parallel from you, basically.
I use my sword to go into paladin mode.
Okay.
Well, we're both in our armored modes, more or less.
Okay.
Ready?
I want you to know that I do see this as just foolish. But I'll
dishonor my friend. You dishonor me.
Look.
This is why I have to fight you.
I will give you at least something. And let it be this. In the land of the sunken moon, they have something known as Rikai Toke, or Rikai Vitae. In the ancient tongue, it is known as Fight for Life or Fight for Victory. Now, I'm going to give you this opportunity. We can fight for victory, to see whoever wins, or we can fight for life, and see who will come out alive at the end of this. The quest is yours. Victory, or fight to the death?
Victory. Don't wish death upon you. I just wish for you. Apologize to my friend.
Interesting. Your vengeance is not as sickly as I once thought it to be. Perhaps it wasn't you who I sensed, or perhaps your vengeance is dwarfed by someone else's. But I can still sense the vengeance within your soul. Azazel Jones is his name, correct? Of the Green Flame?
Recommend not bringing him up right now.
Don't worry. If it weren't for the factor of your existence, I would have already tried to kill him myself. I am an angel of vengeance, after all, and the Crawford family had ties to the Eden country. After all, their honey was well known throughout all of the land, and they also did deals with their pink opal, as they called it. Simple as they may be, their animite was as pure can be. When we lost it to a single man of a genocide so large, I was asked to go and find the person responsible, to execute him. And I was even going to do so, if it weren't for this tournament. And then you came along. Now knowing that one of the Crawfords not only attacked him, but also was still alive, to continue their job, I knew that I had to back off. Because you are the agent of your clan's vengeance. And although that I may be the angel of it, why should I take that away from you?
Thank you. We're going to give a bow. A polite bow.
I warn you, this will not be easy for you. Are you sure you are ready for this?
I hope so. And I'm going to lift my fists up and to ready myself.
Okay. Roll me the d4 to see how long that you will be in this mode for.
Okay. 2 turns.
Okay.
It's okay, I can keep doing it on repeat, remember?
Yeah. Right. Move speed check time.
Good.
Okay.
Too bad, actually.
He'll go first. Right. So, first up, let's try this. Well, that's a shame.
I react to that?
No, it's what he was doing was not an attack, don't worry. I was trying to get him to do something and his power didn't work. It wasn't going to be an attack.
Okay. So it's this entire roll system is just roll ones. Like, be afraid, punch.
Okay. I'll get to you in a second, Alex, for sending that message. Okay. He basically waits in ready for you. To see what you will do next. I'm just having a look and seeing if there's anything that I can make him do before the end of it. Ah, actually, I do have one ability that you can do. Yep, okay. That's it. He stands there and places both of his hands in a fighting position. It is now your turn. Yep.
I'm going to roll to take out my pincer. Succeeds.
Which arm? Left or right?
Right.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try and punch him.
Okay.
Where's he holding his arm specifically? Can I ask? What bit is he protecting?
He's not holding them out in a guard. He's holding them out in a sort of a ready, sort of to punch, sort of position.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the his I'm gonna go for his face.
Okay. So, as you do so, you go to hit him, and he then sort of like touches your stomach as you're about to hit him, and you're hit with this massive gust of wind that just pushes you back, and you start sliding across the ground as you then are back in your exact same position, 4 meters away from him. Impressive. That means that you're quite resistant to physical attacks. That would be the equivalent of getting hit in the stomach with quite a large impact, and yet nothing. Glad to see that you're not as weak as I thought. As he now begins his turn.
I'm going to get up, going to stand up.
He waves his hands around, and I want you to roll me a perception.
Do I have to be the 31?
No, no. You start smelling that the ground, that the air around you is a little off. As you realise that he's possibly done something to the air around you, as he now seems to summon a like fire around his fist and launch a blast of fire towards you.
I'm going to block.
Oh, okay. Nope. As the fire hits you, you take... I have to have a look at this. 4 d6s of fire damage, which, as you explode, like detonate, your like entire body is covered in this flame. It slightly warms you up. It doesn't burn you. The impact from the explosion doesn't even ricochet you. Nothing. You just sort of teeter a bit, and that's it. Standing proud as the smoke clears, as he's then looking at you with great surprise on his once serious face. Even fire resistance. The gods have been indeed gracious to me this day, to give me such a difficult combatant. But let's see what else you have. As it is now...
To see if it also does nothing.
It is now your turn.
Well, I'm going to try. Can I roll to, whenever I get close to him, to stick to the ground so that he can't whack me away again?
You won't be able to react to his reaction, but you can roll SP to try and have it that you try and stick to the ground, so that then when you move, then whatever your SP is, if his does not beat that one, he'll still beat your roll if he against your attack, but you won't be blasted back.
Yes.
Okay. So roll SP.
Okay, this is not the attack. This is just the stick to the ground.
Yep. Okay. So you now feel your insect-like feet being able to stick to the ground as you, I'm assuming, make your charge? Are you trying to punch him again?
I'll try and punch him again.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna do wasp weapon.
Okay. As you
this guy's getting very good rolls
towards him, yeah, but come on, man, you know me. This is gonna go awfully for me in a second. As you rush towards him, he then just goes, "How about this?" Brings his hand down just as you're about to hit him and slams a lightning bolt right into your chest.
God.
As he does so, you take... Okay, that's not too bad, to be fair.
And I take 1.5 times, which
Yeah,
is
so that's 7 plus then half of 7, which is then 10
6
in total.
it's 2d6, so it'd be 7 plus 6. So it'd
Oh,
be
no,
13.
it's just from the damage that you take, so it's 1 and then a half.
Oh, okay.
So then it's 7 plus then 3. So therefore you've only taken 10 points of damage. It does something.
I roll performance to pretend like it didn't.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say you. As much as I want to, it's not your turn anymore since obviously you got hit. Unless if you have an ability that states whenever you get hit, you're allowed to roll for it.
Get that now, because actually would be quite nifty.
Because I wouldn't mind a new skill like that where it's like you can pretend like as if you didn't get hurt from the most recent attack. But yeah, you could technically do that next turn when it's next your turn.
Okay.
But yeah, as he then just says like, so lightning. I heard that the Crawfords were incredibly durable, but I never heard that their clan was resistant to flames. That is indeed impressive. I commend you. I was going to start stabbing you with almost any type of instrument I could get my hands on, but now I realize where the weakness is. Although, I have to admit it's not as powerful as I'd like. So perhaps we'll have to try something a little bit more different.
See.
As I shall now roll for something. And just to inform you, this is not an attack. Okay.
I mean, he did attack me, so that is his turnover.
No, remember that attack was his reaction.
It's reaction, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Never mind, sorry,
As
my
it's
bad.
now his turn, you
Forgot.
see him slightly bulk up in a form similar to that of Felix's as he gets larger and his armour starts to fill out. He is now at least 1 foot taller. His hands are much thicker now. Now it's time to see what else this grand paladin can do. As he then winds up for what seems to be another attack. Okay, I'm just having a look at the abilities that he has, just to make sure for what I have. Okay.
I mean, either way, I'm going to parry it, considering he's this close, I can move his arm out of the way.
You can indeed attempt it. Okay. So that's one. Oh, natural 20.
Oh, no!
I've got bad news. I also have to roll a second time. There we go. I mean, you can attempt it, because
Could get a natural 20.
if you get a natural 20, I mean, there's... No.
Oh.
As when he
I
does...
get punched.
As when he does so, like, he puts both of his hands either side of him. And at this point, lightning in one hand and then what seems to be a strange liquid in another, as he then slams them into you, as you take this much... I wonder if I can actually times it by 1.5. Let's see. No, okay. No, that didn't work. Okay. 2d6. That's the lightning. 8, so that's 12. And then the strange liquid, which then, just having a look, deals this of poison, as you take 12, which then puts you to 22 damage, and then 11, which then puts you up to 33. There you go. As he hits you with both, there's like the poisonous liquid going around you starts hurting, and the lightning in coursing through your body is starting to make your arms twinge in pain. As it is now your turn.
Okay. Going to try something now.
Yep.
Gonna try structure assimilation, assimilating the ground, because the wood around me, considering wood Saloon would have some kind of electricity resistance.
That is your decision to make. I'm not going to tell you, because if you don't know and your character doesn't know, I don't want to tell you if you are or aren't correct. Okay. You assimilate it to yourself.
Which also gives me increased super strength.
You now have to roll...
I roll at the end of the round, at the end of my turn, don't I?
you have to roll the health to see how much auxiliary health you get. So you have to roll your damage.
My damage?
So it's just a... Well, actually, since you got above a 25, that means that you roll 2d10s for the health. So you get an extra 10 auxiliary health.
Wait.
10 orcs.
And I'm going to attempt to punch him again.
Alright, what are you doing before you roll it?
That's flapping.
Okay.
So 10 plus 5. So 15. Come on! Come on, dice gods.
As you attempt to do so and slam this, like, fist into him, he then just, like, again, like, this time he actually goes to strike the hand as well, but again, like, the air suddenly, like, around his hand starts becoming thicker and thicker, as then the air, you can actually see this gas around his hand, as then it begins to spark until the second that it touches your wooden arm, it then explodes with this electricity as it just hits you. This time, something's off about it, as it does twice as much this time. As it destroys the orc's health, which is 10, it then does 15 to yourself. You no longer have wooden arm.
Does the wooden armor, does the wooden thing does it have any damage resistance?
It sadly does not.
Damn.
Which now puts you up to 48. There we go.
This is going to be
On the
me
bright side,
failing.
you learned something new.
Wood apparently doesn't have lightning resistance. No, I know.
Oh.
As it is now his turn, I'm going to try and see if he can pull off his usage style. So that's the first roll. This is again not an attack, don't worry.
Okay.
What he seems to do is he seems to generate fire in his hands, slap his hands together, and the flames disappear within them.
Is that an attack? The
Nope,
19?
that is not an attack. Neither of those two rolls are an attack. He just creates fire and then it's gone. You have no idea why he does that, but he does it. It is now his second action, which I now need to have a look at. As he goes in for another attack with some more lightning.
My structure simulation, is that all gone now?
Yep, all of it.
Okay.
On the bright side, you didn't need to roll the endurance not to
Come on!
heal. Ah, sugar. Okay.
Come on, you dice gods, why are you screwing me over?
It gets worse because this is actually...
It's because you picked the fight.
I mean, yeah, you did pick that. You chose an optional fight. Okay, so that is 33 points of damage.
Still doesn't break my vitality.
No,
enough.
it's relatively close, but yeah, it's still not. So, jeez, as you are now in a total of 86 out of 120. As now comes to his second attack, because that was a combo.
Okay. Can I attempt to
You are allowed to react
block
to
this one as well?
This next one, yeah.
Okay. See what you roll first. Please roll bad for me, dice gods.
Right, so here's the first roll. And then here is the second roll.
That I have to beat. I have to beat the 23
You
or the
have
30.
to, you have to beat the 30 'cause this is an augmentation type usage style. So technically, the first bit is augmenting the actual action, and the second roll is the action. So as he then puts his arms back, then fire coats but one of his hands as it then slams it into you. As then fire just goes around your entire form. As it does so, you are dealt.
Fire. I'm hoping it does no damage. God, he's willpower infused, isn't he? Start.
There we go. 29 points of damage. As that slams into you, you feel it actually hurt and burn you as you are now dealt fire damage. As when he slams this into you, he then just goes, "How about some of this?" As then your entire body, except from your head, is just lost in flames as an explosion of fire gushes from his hand and entirely engulfs most of your form. As this happens, I want everyone in the boat who is currently being played, roll me a perception check.
There's disturbance in the force.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
Something isn't right.
You'll need a 15, by the way, for those of you who are trying to get this, so you'll need 15 or higher. So technically, Cloak and Fletcher, you start hearing this. As we now return,
Sounds like a storm.
it is now your turn, Adrian.
Health am I on at the moment, can I ask?
5. You are on 5 HP.
Not how much health I have left.
Yep.
Okay.
That is what he said.
Going to try something.
Okay.
Going to try.
Also, I forgot last rotation, but you'll need to re-roll for your thing this rotation. So that's the first thing you need to roll, so roll SP. I think the roll requirement is 20, isn't it? So, yep, you're all good.
But it's a... this fight's not going well. God damn, everyone having 15s.
Says the one who also has 15.
Yeah, but only the structure. Which I'm not going to use.
It's fine if I use it. So yeah, roll the d4. Yeah, there you go. More paladin.
Going to try structure assimilation on myself, then quickly use my last token to heal it.
Oh, so biostructure and then use the token. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Awesome. You take the token, you burst that, and then you're back to the healed part of what you just took, plus the... so we'll ignore the damage you took, because obviously you did rewind, so it's so quick that it doesn't matter. You remove the damage from the most recent attack, and even healed from the most recent injury, so I'm minusing 29 points of damage from your most recent thing. That puts you back there, so yep. You're now 86 damage instead of 115 damage. You still have one action left, because obviously keeping up your strenuous form does not take away one of your rotations unless you fail the roll. Actually, no, it doesn't even take it away. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to attack him. I've got to hit him once.
Okay. Is this wasp weapon?
Well, he's wasp weapon, yeah. Come on, he's got to get less than that at one point. Dice. Work with me here, dice.
Don't taunt the dice.
Give me the eye of the tiger.
Nice.
Yes!
Hang on.
Yes!
Dun 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 dun.
So,
Dun dun dun.
Bastard!
as you go to hit him, you do actually land a hit. So you do actually land this hit. So
Can I ask,
roll damage.
is my stinger more powerful than his armor? Does he get poison?
Roll for damage first. We'll consider that afterwards.
I need to know because that's part of the the whole damage thing. Nine.
I've got Ion is plus 15.
It is plus 15 is the stinger.
Ah, damn, no. It's just exactly it. So yeah, so you don't add the 15 from the stinger then.
Well, this is wasp weapon.
Wow.
Does it at least take that? Does the armor at least get damaged?
Yes, yeah. Oh, good God, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So the 15 at the end, that is from Wasp Weapon's half damage, is it? Or is that from the...
The 18 is the 18 is the half damage.
What's the 15 at the end? Is that the stinger?
Yes, the stinger.
All right, let me have a look. So I'm gonna have to have 58 minus 15 from the armor, and then you hit him with that. So I'm just gonna have a quick look. Blah, 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 blah. What is this here? What does he have?
Remember,
just...
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all physical. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. That's that. Okay, so we take that as well. Jeez, okay, that is a really powerful attack, dude. That's
not even the strongest bit because I didn't even get to add my poison.
Okay. So as you stab into him like with this fist, like it breaks through, like it pierces a hole through the metal and actually stabs into him. But you don't feel like as if it stabs into his skin. It feels like it hits into his skin, and it's actually almost as, if not, weirdly enough, tougher than his armor. As you do deal damage to him, but not the amount that you'd like.
Okay.
And for meta's sake, I'm not going to tell you how much.
Okay. All I know is that I have managed to hurt him.
You have managed to hit him, as he then looks at you and goes, "That was my armor. How very dare you. Now we shall see what happens when you scratch the face of an angel of Matrata City." As he...
I can fix it after.
Okay, so I have to have a look at this now. I have to have a look at this ability. So just want to make sure that I've got this correct. Okay, so I have to roll that first? Do I have to roll that first?
I'm really hoping I actually win this because this might be Adrian's last stand.
This would be the greatest clutch ever if you actually were able to do that. As he seems infuriated, he goes to grab his sword, pulls it out of his sheath. As you see, the blade is perfectly white. It's made out of a beautiful white material. As he goes to attempt to attack you, you then suddenly feel a strange pull. Something suddenly fills you with a strange weight, and you suddenly feel the sword on your side suddenly feel as if it's made out of the heaviest material in the entire planet. It feels like you're trying to lift up mountains. The sudden moment of twinge, he drops his sword as well while still holding it. You go to hit your knees, he goes to one of his, as the both of you are trying to hold on for dear life. You feel your powers start slipping away as you feel a great deal of struggle and stress. You then feel a presence walking out from outside of the boat. From the front, you then see a woman dressed in robes. It's the woman that he left in the restaurant earlier. Damn it, Hanmiel! Let go of this! I was about to win! So, let's get this straight. You stand me up on what was not exactly a date, but still, I was stiffed with the bill. You then leave, God knows where, when I'm supposed to be your chaperone to make sure that you don't do any of this silly crap and kill someone. And then finally, you have the audacity to say, "What am I doing?" when you're using one of the sacred treasures of Matrata's very own city for a simple brawl. Let go of the weapon, you imbecile. That weapon was given to you by Master Azrael. It is not to be used for simple fights against the simple kind. It is a deadly weapon used for destruction and vengeance alone. Ugh! He lets go of the blade, as it seems as though strength returns to his hand. Lay down your arm. Piety has you now. He looks at you.
I will let my stinger go back into my arm.
I did not mean that. The blade on your side. It's infused, right? It won't work. Your powers will slowly wane unless if you remove it from yourself.
I will reluctantly and hesitantly put it on the ground.
When you try to take it out of the sheath, it is almost impossible to lift. When it finally clinks down, you're still holding it, but it feels like it's impossibly heavy. When you look at your hand, chitin is suddenly disappearing on your hand, as your hand is beginning to look human. When you finally let go of it, the chitin returns to your hand, as your hand is still back in your paladin mode's wasp physiological arm.
What?
Get out of here! No, if you're going to use the Master's sword, I best be around you. That weapon is not to be used so frivolously. Continue your fight like real warriors. Damn commandments. Right. I apologize. We seemed to have had an interruption in our duel. But our powers should have returned to us now. Are you ready?
Always.
Good. I hope so. Here we go. As he lunges towards you, flame coats his hand as he goes directly towards you. Attempt to roll something, I guess?
Oh, he didn't roll willpower. Oh.
Unless, of course, if, I don't know, some reason he had an advanced technique with SPMA. I mean, you know, if he had that, I mean, you know, because of course he does. Boom! As he hits you in the stomach, and a great blaze of fire covers your body again, but this time in your abdomen. As it does so, you hear him scream, "Can you feel the heat? The heat! The soul-burning blaze!" As the fire begins to whir and increase, as you then feel like your body is just being hit with a jet engine. As the blaze becomes from red to yellow to suddenly so bright it becomes blue and bursts right through the entirety of your body. As this is happening, Cloak and Fletcher, did you go to the noise?
Yeah.
Rakia, since you were with Fletcher, the three of you head off that direction as well.
Yeah.
When you finally do, you are met by something different. I need you to roll me a survival, Adrian.
Okay, I mean, you have to roll damage first?
No, because I'm being nice and I'm not doing it for damage. Okay.
There might be a chance you could feel. Doubtful, but there's always that chance.
As it burns through you, as this heat it burns through you, I can roll what the damage would be to make you feel better, so that I can show you what it would be. But either way, like, this isn't for damage. This is for, he's using an attack that isn't normally for an injury as an injury, because I got an extra 20 and I don't really want that for you.
Yeah.
But it would be this. If so.
Oh, yeah, because it doubled. Ooh.
Odd. Bad times.
It would be that plus that plus that. So it would look like this. I mean, you
That would have
can
been painful.
you can roll that if you'd like, or you could keep what you've just rolled.
Just keep.
I mean,
Just take the
seems
L.
pretty
Just
good.
take the L, please.
I'll
Don't
take
want him
the
to
L.
die.
Take the loss. But
Okay.
yeah, I've just had bad rolls. The dice
As
gods just weren't with me
the
today.
flame starts going, it makes this horrible noise, like this burning, suddenly like higher and higher pitched noise. As it's now, you can hear it burning not only the air, but it's almost like as if like it's a massive beam of flame going through Adrian's chest. As it does so, everyone appears here. As this happens, Adrian, you fall to the ground, clutching on. Roll me endurance with disadvantage.
Can I roll to just fix myself?
Roll me endurance with disadvantage first. As you fall to the ground, you are attempting to still stay conscious. As everyone sees this, as Rakia, Fletcher, and even Cloak walk behind this woman, they see their friend fall off of this angel's flaming fist. As they drop to the ground, their body begins to change back into their human form. Nothing happens for a second. You can't breathe. You then look at your friends, and when you finally cough, ash and smoke come from your breath. Simakael looks at you. You cannot speak. You cannot barely even breathe. It hurts to even move. As he looks at you, he says, "I will not lie to you. I could kill you, if you would prefer it. What is about to happen to your body is not, well, grand. Thumbs up or thumbs down, I guess. Would you wish to live, knowing full well that your body may never recover from what has happened to you? Or do you wish to die a warrior's death?"
Is there a hole in my stomach?
Everyone can see it. It's not a hole, but it might as well be. Your entire body, from just at your last bottom ribs to just by the top of your hips, is severely burned. Like, it's all burn. And the worst part is, you can feel it is all burn inside and out. This guy has cooked you.
Okay.
So heal him! Heal her, for goodness sake!
There is no healer.
Thumbs up.
Stop!
Ah, so you wish to live? Very well then. I will do so. I will not kill you, but I promise you nothing on this ship will help you. He goes to pick up his blade and places it back in his sheath. He then takes your
I like
sword.
how we agreed to, without. No, wait. I like how we agreed to do this without killing each other. Then he just goes for the killing blow.
He then takes your sword and he then places it back in its sheath on your side. He then whispers to you in your ear, "I do not envy you. This attack, I did this to show you. You are the last of the Crawfords, but this is not an easy fight. This is the world that he has created. Mr. Maximilian. There are strong creatures, strong fighters out there, even stronger than I. If you can somehow survive this, seek vengeance. Kill Azazel. Come after me if it chooses. But I promise you, you need to get stronger if you're going to survive, and make sure that your family lives on. You then begin to pass out as you lose consciousness. You then notice that the woman begins to walk towards Simikael as wings of light, 4 of them, appear from her back. Well, you do like to keep me waiting, don't you? It's a shame about this one. Honestly, it's disgusting. Sorry. Tried to fight an angel, and she thinks that she could get away with it. Pathetic, really. A warrior is a warrior. The Crawford family was once a person, a people, a clan that we sought to take vengeance on. Although I do not agree, I have a despise and a disdain for all the things Huskonian and non-human. However, they have shown me that perhaps it is possible to be more than human. Their form may not look it, but their soul is still sentient. They have done well. She then looks at him with disgust. I think it's pathetic. She goes to kick Adrian's head.
No, oh, that ain't happening. That ain't happen.
As that happens, you were about to jump in as you then see something weird. You then see her heel about to hit Adrian's side of the basically the temple, as then his foot kicks hers, as she's then basically put her foot on his like a platform. You feel a sudden pulse of strength as the entire area just feels that boom as she hits his foot with hers. What do you think you are doing, Piety? This is not the way. You will back down, Archangel. Listen to a superior. A warrior's fight was to the victory. They still live. You would dare go against it? You would dare claim yourself to be an angel and act as a devil? Walk away. Without words, she looks at him with disgust, turns around, her wings deactivate, and she walks away. She storms in a strut past you, as then Simikael nods to the 3 of you to go and help Adrian.
Forget it.
I gingerly approach the lifeless Adrian. Not dead, but just, limp. And I guess I begin taking him to the infirmary. Yeah.
Take it.
Pray that there is someone in this world that can heal the wound that I have dealt to her. Otherwise, she will never be able to fight again. Which would be
Wait, did this guy... Can we see this guy's, arms, like if he had a band or anything?
He would be a part of the tournament.
You can't see his arms due to the fact
Yeah,
that
but he just took out Adrian, didn't he? So...
Oh, shit, you're right. Oh, no!
Thank you. Since you're actually making that known, I will roll for it now rather than later. Adrian has lost 25% of her points, which takes you down from 551 to 413. As you still don't see anything on him, unless if you wish to try and look a little closer.
Yeah, I'll look.
I guess roll either investigation or instinct. Actually, no, insight or instinct, sorry.
Yeah. Roll.
You feel a stronger, essence and power from his wrist. You can also tell that that he's now going, he's no longer in his stronger mode. You actually don't feel that horrible, terrifyingly massive presence anymore. But he's still a massive presence among all of you guys. You sense that he is still strong enough to fight. He's just not what he was a second ago. As a lot of that power and pressure escaped him as he powered down. But yes, it seems as though he might have a band on now. Whether he's aware of it...
interest in the tournament, do you?
No. Why do you ask?
Well, I think you might be involuntarily involved now.
I thought as much. Matters not. Once I kill Maximilian, all of this will be over. The bans will be pointless. Now, your best bet is to try and find some healer, but I doubt you'll find one strong enough to be able to remove those wounds. Tell her my regards.
The infirmary has a few stockpiles of phoenix flowers.
Phoenix flowers
Maybe...
can only heal basic injuries. They cannot regrow what is already damaged, and they cannot heal what cannot be regrown. Her organs are so badly damaged, it would require them just for them to keep on working, let alone heal. He then walks off without saying another word. You are now left
Adrian.
Sorry.
Oh, Adrian, what have you done? Oh dear.
You take Adrian to the infirmary, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When doing so, the infirmary is called. Eventually, the nurse says to you, "We don't have anything equipped for this kind of thing. I mean, I can stick her with a couple of stim packs, but too many and she'll overdose. Her body will just go into failure. There's nothing that we can do. Her organs are so badly damaged.
Are you able to stabilize her?
There is a way, but there's not much else that I can do with it. I can put her on an IV, a constant drip feed of the stuff that we have inside of the stim packs. If we do that, she'll be able to remain conscious and alive, but I don't think that she'll ever recover from this."
Okay, I'm about to roll some. Let's see if I can roll some super intelligence to come up with something, anything at all.
I'm also going to say,
Come up with some kind of...
Cloak, roll me world knowledge and roll ingenuity. I'm going to say ingenuity for you and world knowledge for Cloak.
Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right.
Cloak's not doing too bad today. It's feeling sharp.
Yeah, he's feeling definitely sharp. Okay, so Rakia, you're thinking, okay, so if we can put her on a constant drip, maybe we could try and create some kind of formula that can keep her alive for long enough for us to find someone. Or the only other person that we know that has some kind of weird thing that can affect people would be someone who has the ability to manipulate other people's bodies. You've heard of this power called biokinesis, but you're not too sure anyone who has that. On top of this, you could try to create your own type of formula of phoenix flowers to keep a constant drip of concentrated healing juice. But the only problem is that, again, like, if Adrian ODs, that could just straight up finish her off. So you'd need to have a constant feed of this going through to her to keep her alive long enough to find someone who can actually heal her. You think maybe Adrian can heal herself, but you don't know because you don't know exactly how Adrian's abilities work. So you're just stumped for ideas. Oh, there could be this, there could be that. I have no idea. And you're sort of going into like this calculative.
I've sort of an idea as well. Like, would Adriana be able to use her superpower manipulation in order to activate Adrian's structure to,
That is a good point. The only problem is you don't know where. Well, you know where Adriana is, but Adriana isn't with you. So you're thinking like, all of these different possibilities. She has the ability to do that. Maybe she could use Adrian's abilities again, and so on and so forth. So you're starting to come up with different possibilities. Cloak, do you remember a legend? A really ancient, well, not really ancient legend. You remember hearing of a myth, a person in the Land of the Sunken Moon, known as the Immortal Fighter. He's also known as the Spirit Guardian Suzaku. Supposedly, the Suzaku clan are home to the biggest set of doctors, hospitals, witch doctors, shamans, anything to do with healing and medicine. And apparently their leader, the current Spirit Guardian Suzaku, is supposedly a man who can heal anything.
How long, roughly, should it be until we get to our destination?
Anywhere between 24 to 16 to 24 hours from now. So you'll either arrive at just after midday, or you could arrive at around about the same time as now, which is now around about 10.
Yeah. Well, if we can keep Adrian stable for a couple of days, then we should be able to find someone with the ability to save her.
God. Well, we'll try this. Can I roll something actually? Joe, I'm going to attempt to roll an insight test, because I know from a meta level that Adrian did this for Rakia, but would Rakia put 2 and 2 together as to why
I guess roll insight.
Adrian did this? Yeah, because Adrian has done this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of start putting it together. Like I want to point out at this point, it's like, does anyone know why Adrian would even do this? Why she would even fight a man for no reason?
Well, everyone in our group, apparently other than me, has a knack for unnecessary violence. So
Well,
I can guarantee it wasn't needed.
I don't have a knack for unnecessary violence.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. But you're not there. He said everyone here, so I mean, technically he's correct.
Felix walking up in his PJs.
Everyone here. Felix walks in. Everyone here, but Felix.
Yeah. She did it for me. She did it for us. Oh, Adrian, you stupid.
Either way, she might have only a few hours, maybe a day or two. I can put her on something to best her chances, but nothing more than 3 days. That's if she's lucky.
That'll do.
We're going to have to inform her sister.
Oh gosh.
We should
probably
probably do that. I can give you time if you would like.
That would be best. Thank you.
She injects the IV bag with the serum inside of a stim pack and then hooks it up to Adrian's arm. The best that we can do is hope that she'll come conscious. There is a few things I can do, but it's not too much. I might be able to give her some painkillers, which could alleviate some of the irritation, but based on the marks on her body, I'd say that they've also slightly burned the bottom parts of her lungs. This means that she's breathing in ash and cinders from her own flesh. Most people who have this just die instantly. The fact that she was able to survive this is actually a miracle.
Fight on, Adrian. You know, you said you're a fighter, aren't you? You're a warrior.
Yeah, I think that's
do
part
this.
of the problem.
It's not the time, Cloak.
So who goes off
Well,
to get...
no, you're right about that.
He's... Sucky bastard. Does anyone want to say anything to him after he says that?
So no, I'm just like, we're just gonna go and get Adrian. Rack is done with this. This is...
Who's going off to Adriana, and is anyone staying with Adrian?
I'm gonna. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna stay with Adrian and Fletcher. And well, Fletcher can get Cloak. You know, they're faster with the phase swimming ability.
Cloak, are you still going to go with Fletcher, or are you going to head off?
Yeah, I might head off.
So,
I have a plan. You know, I said if they can make a couple of days, then they should be fine. I didn't elaborate because no one ever asks Cloak.
Nope, nobody asked him.
So yeah, I'll leave it at that.
It's too mysterious. Why would we ask you? You've already got your ideas.
So things.
Not that you would tell us anyway.
I implied that I already knew a way of saving them, but no one was interested.
Oh,
You wouldn't
I
tell
will
us
not
anyway.
elaborate.
It's not like we were. If
I'll
we
go
asked,
back
we'd be like,
to my room.
"I've got my-"
oh, fine. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna. If you're just walking off, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna touch your shoulder with my very long hands.
Touch us.
And don't go get Adrian.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
turn around, but just
yeah.
because of the feel of the hand, I already know it's Rakia. I mean, no one else I know around here has hands like that, so...
Yeah. Wraith-like hands.
Yeah.
Rakia.
You know something.
Yes, I told you.
Well, what is it? Can I help?
Look, if we reach our destination, then you can help. But at the minute, they just need to survive until then. Then we can maybe use your tracking abilities or something to help find someone.
Okay. Aren't you worried at all?
Not particularly.
Well, get some sleep then. I'll stay here.
And you?
I'll be fine.
Sorry. Fletcher, we now come to you. You've now passed through a bunch of stuff. Are you going in directly into her bedroom, or are you just passing until you get outside of her bedroom?
Passing till I get outside the bedroom to knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and at first, nothing.
I knock again, and a call. Adriana?
Eventually,
It's me.
the door opens to see a very sleepy-looking Adriana rubbing her eyes. It's only 10. I've been asleep for like half an hour. What?
I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but your sister's in the infirmary.
What?
She's been gravely injured. She picked a fight with the angels.
Oh, good God, no. No!
Come with me, I can take you to her.
She then takes your hand.
Brace yourself. As we go back to the infirmary.
Yeah, you don't need to roll. As you pass on by and you eventually get there, she then sees her sister. Broken. Burned. Unconscious. She's now on... Adrian is now on also an oxygen mask, as well as an IV tube. She grabs her sister's hand. Don't you die, not after what you said to me. This is not fair. I'm not losing everyone. I can't. Not you.
We're not gonna lose her. Cloak has a plan for when we get to the land of the sunken moon. She's gonna be okay, we just have to keep her stable.
For how long will she be okay? She keeps doing
Doctor
this.
said roughly 3 days. Oh, sorry. Well, it's your sister. You know what she's like.
Who did it?
It was the armored angel. I forgot his name. He wasn't very important. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names.
It was the one who attacked us. The one who harassed Rakia.
Yes.
She did it to defend your honor.
I didn't ask her to. She's always doing this.
That's just like her. It is. She's always been like that. We need to... we need to do this. We need to. If Cloak says that there's a plan, then there is a way that we can do this. I'll believe him.
Why does he have to be so mysterious all the time?
That's a racer for you. Never straightforward.
But he usually comes forward anyway.
Yeah.
I have faith in him.
As we now go on, the rest of you eventually head off to bed whilst Adriana stays up to wait for her sister to eventually awaken. After 8 hours and basically face first into her sister's hip, eventually, Adrian, you awaken with a great deal of pain in your stomach. You cannot move as you feel like as if you have been microwaved. Your burns are so severe, moving around is too painful. As you let out a little whimper, Adriana awakens. B, you're awake.
Oh. I'm assuming I'm still very much drugged up.
You are drugged up enough to not feel as much pain, but you actually are very wheezy right now due to your lungs and your airways currently still full of basically a lot of irritation due to the burns. Why did you do it?
Yeah. Heard back, yeah. Part of the family now.
Well, now he hurt you. He almost killed you. You know they say that you can't be fixed.
I'll be fine. Need a couple of days.
I tried to fix you last night. Tried to use my powers on you to heal you. It didn't work. All that happened was that your body was put back together. You can't fix burns like that. All that happens is they break apart and they put back, and you're damaged in ways that I can't heal. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry. I'm not gone yet.
The captain has already spoken to the others. He says that he wants us to meet, but I told him that he will have to come here so that all of us can be there. He'll be dropping by in... Oh, crap. He'll be here soon, in about a minute or so. On the bright side, we bandaged you up the best we could, but I don't think you'll be ready to move just yet. I'll be just outside if you need me. I just need to go to the bathroom real quick before everyone else is here. She then leaves real quickly. You are now alone inside of the infirmary, laying on the bed.
I feel like I'm dying.
Yes. You feel weak in your stomach. You feel breath is hard. You feel like you've never felt like you've... Well, actually, no, that's a lie. You felt like you've been dying before. This is the feeling that you had, except from the worst part about this is, unlike the zombie thing that happened to you, this feels like it's a lot slower. At the very least, it happened over the span. It happened the span of 2 minutes. This has been happening over the last 8-9 hours. You then hear the door open and eventually close.
Is that?
Do you look around, or do you just still say lay down?
I'm trying I'm assuming there's mirrors in this room. I'll try and look for...
Okay.
Try and see who it is.
You look around for mirrors. You even try and tilt your head, but they're just slightly out of reach. And then you see a mask.
Oh.
And eventually it comes into sight. You then see, in a suit, wooden body, and a wooden mask.
If you're here to kill me.
Oh, please. I didn't come here to kill you. I actually came here to say well done. You were strong enough and well of heart enough to make even an angel believe that his ideology might have been slightly wrong. The path of the warrior is strong, perhaps a little too strong. I won't be here to kill you, but you might feel something. He then takes a needle and stabs it into your arm. He then removes it. You see the whole thing is filled with blood. Just in case, I did get to see your fights. Not only online, but also I got to see them in person, so these will be very useful for my experimentation. Thank you. He then opens...
Did he give me blood or did he take my
He
blood?
took your
He
blood.
took it.
He then
Okay.
opens up his jacket and then even opens up his shirt as he then places it inside of himself as like the wood opens up and then closes around
Nice.
it.
He's a cabinet.
Can I ask something?
To me,
Though
or
I
to
may
him?
not be able to move, still have structure.
You can try if you'd like.
I'm going to try something.
Roll disadvantage on SP.
Going to try to use my new mode.
Your new mode. Are you
Yeah.
insane?
Yeah, don't do it. Don't. No,
I'm not gonna put
Sam.
myself. No, I'm not going to put myself in it. I'm just going to put it like behind him.
I want to point out that you are in a doctor's surgery.
Don't
If
do
you do it, it'll
Diego-
be 50
don't do
meters.
Diego
Even if
again.
it's only 10 meters, this will entirely take a huge chunk out of the boat as well. You might sink
No,
the
I won't
ship.
do that then.
Yeah, I
won't
was
do
going to
that
say,
then.
like, just because I'm just trying to say, like, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying, just think about where you are right now. 'Cause, like,
No, I won't. Okay, I'll try and at least put it in himself. I'm going to try to break it up
okay, that's
inside him.
okay. I shall see
Yep.
if I can.
He's within 10 meters of me, right?
Oh yeah, no, you definitely be able to hit him with it. Yeah, okay.
Where were these rolls earlier?
You then feel like he then like starts like moving around, and then like you then see blood squirt out from like inside of him. Well, aren't we a little irritated? I'm to think I was going to help you. After all, I am a doctor. As he starts like leaning over you, I can fix you, Adrian B. Crawford. All I need from you is one simple thing.
What?
Well, that is your compliance, of course. But of course, if that's too much to ask, perhaps I shall let you die. After all, you did give me a little bit of grief. He then places his hand up and then touches your stomach, just with two
Can
fingers.
I'm going to very quickly structure transfuse.
Structure
Touching me, the dumbass.
Okay, go for it. Again, this is disadvantage.
All I don't need anything. I can just do it.
Well, you still need to
Does he
beat
not
him.
get a 1?
Wow, brilliant! Amazing! Oh my god!
Neither of you do.
victory!
Neither of you do anything. Like
That.
as he touches you, you try and do something. He just then looks at you, and it's just like you both realise neither of your powers are working against each other for some reason, either due to the like. So, in fact, what happens is as he's about to touch you, the fingers, these sharp little wooden fingers, start touching you. You feel horrible pain, and they've only slightly touched the surface of your bandages that are now poking out into your skin, and then you then hear against the door. He then turns round and then immediately jumps into the door and melds with it. The door
Can I
then
try to stop him before he does that?
I'm gonna say you can, but again disadvantage.
I just realized this guy can heal me, and he's within distance. I'm not going to let him go away. I may not be able to use my 23. Damn it.
As you do that, like you feel like a tension in your body, and then suddenly you feel like your entire form just gives out. As then suddenly he as he's doing that, he like pushes his hand back, as you then suddenly feel like a pain in your gut, as you then leap out with this horrible, blood-curdling, like, gurgling scream. As you do so, the door swings open, the entire party, starting with the captain is there, as all of them rush in. Qlifoth is nowhere to be seen. What's happening? What's going on?
Did he stab me in the chest?
He didn't even
left?
touch you, but what he did was he put his hand back, and you felt a pain in your stomach, as now your bandages are starting to bleed.
Oh,
Something's happened. She's suddenly going into shock. Her body is suddenly turned. What's going on?
Can I try and put two and two together?
You wouldn't be able to.
Damn it.
Because
Fucking hell.
it just looks like Adrian's body is just torn open. Like, underneath the bandages. Like, nobody knows what has happened. Because Adrian is screaming. Cannot get anything out other than just screams because it's so painful. And everyone has now got to, like, hold Adrian down so that they can then fix her. Adriana comes over and starts rubbing her hands. It's like, I'll try and fix them. I'll try and fix her stomach.
I have.
I'll go over.
I could use.
Oh, do you have an extra Phoenix Flower?
Do I have a Phoenix Flower?
Oh, what were you
might.
saying that you were saying that you could use? Sorry.
I have the ability Patch Job. I do actually have a Phoenix Flower as well, though.
You could do Patch
Oh,
Job
you
if
can
you
do
like.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll both give the Phoenix Flower, and I'll also use Patch Job.
Okay. Adriana touches both Adrian's hand and then the stomach, as then suddenly the bandages fill with more blood and the pain continues as it looks like Adrian's about to like just die, as then suddenly like the bandages start moving underneath, something happens, and then suddenly stillness. You are able to breathe again. You no longer feel that intense pain. Your body is still in pain. She was able to use one of your rewind tokens for the day.
all my rewind tokens for the day.
No, because we had a long rest in between the
Okay,
fight. Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah. Don't worry, I remembered.
Good.
As
Good. Would have been bad.
oh no, I've got a 13. I hope that I don't get less than that. And like, Felix, try and roll for Patch Job, and
So first, I gotta roll a 10 or higher on Dex and a 15 or higher on Survival.
yes.
Looks like. So here's Dex. Okay.
Yep. Nice.
And then here's Survival.
Yes!
Ah, nice. Also, you do have a modifier with survival. I think it's
Do I?
whatever your level is. What's your level in survival?
Yeah, that's level 7. So.
Okay, that's
Oh,
good.
cool.
You're safe anyway, but that's good to remember. But yeah, so you just
Yeah.
like quickly like start bandaging and like tightening up as like the blood has stopped, the bandages are fresh, and they take the Phoenix Flower and like the nurse starts grinding it up to start getting the juice out of it for the next set of medicine. This isn't good. With Adrian declining rapidly, this isn't going to mean that I... From now until...
Anyway, we can.
From now until the end of our journey, every one of you is confined to their rooms. I must make sure that there is the
Sounds like
safety...
a good idea.
I am the captain here. I will make these decisions. Adriana, you can stay with Adrian in the infirmary, but that is all. The rest of you, you will stay there until the journey has finished. Are we understood?
Hang on a minute. Don't we still have that crazy tree man running around here, and they kind of want us singled out one by one?
Well,
You know,
from
like
what
a
I know
serial
about the
killer.
rest of you, you'll have to deal with it on your own. If he is going to make victims out of all of you, it would be better than making victims out of the rest of the civilians here. I have to look out for my people, and right now, you have caused more danger to yourselves and everyone else than almost anything else on this ship. I have to look out for my people. I have to look out for my crew, my staff. So until then, you will be confined to your rooms. On the bright side, you'll be given room service.
Ooh.
Now,
To be
I'm
fair,
afraid
zero of these conflicts.
cannot
Ask,
accept that.
did I pass out or am I still awake?
you have
Want me to roll for it?
you have finally stopped screaming. Roll me endurance. You are still awake.
Alive!
You are still awake.
He was here. He was,
Cleafoff?
That
took, my blood.
That's either correct, and that actually could be considering. That could actually be quite concerning. Or, could it be the hallucinogenics in the drugs? There aren't any.
Tried to take his power to kill, but
Can I roll
I'd say
insight?
Insight, yeah, insight.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll instinct as well, just in case, to see what's
To sense them,
around.
yeah. Okay. How far does your instinct go?
I think it's only 10 meters.
Oh, okay. Need to
Might as
get
well
need to get a
be-
modular skill, because then at least then you
Yes,
can
I
have.
know.
Okay, so 10 meters, yeah.
Yeah. Then
Right.
stars.
Rakia, you start realizing that, like, trying to decipher it, Adrian is saying, try to take my powers, but I tried to take his, because if I took his blood, I could heal myself.
Could heal it. Because he's a biokinetic!
If he is, and if he's strong enough, then that would make sense. Didn't Aquila say something about the fact that they couldn't be affected by that power? Maybe it's because that they're all mimics. Their bodies don't turn into flesh, they turn into an element, they turn into a different type of thing. Aquila turns into a lightning phoenix. The entire thing, her whole physiology is no longer flesh. And the other two, they're mimics as well. Pure light, pure plasma. That would make so much
That's why
sense.
he ran away!
Because
Because he couldn't fight them or control them!
So that means that we might have a possibility of doing so. But only Adrian has the ability to steal his DNA. And
We need
obviously,
to bring him his DNA.
Well, him being here still suggests that he can't leave the ship, so we could just hunt him down.
Captain.
while he's trapped here.
why don't we stay in here, in the infirmary? Lock us away here if you want, but at least if all of us are here, if he comes back, we've got the upper hand. We can defend
We're sitting-
my sister.
If we're
all
apart, we're just
separate-
sitting ducks!
Exactly.
Sorry.
Raki is right. Can't believe I just said those words. I'm kidding. But Rakia is right. Nevertheless, Adrian is not going anywhere. I need to be with my sister since I'm the only one who can use her powers whilst I'm near her. Felix, heck, even have the stowaway. The what?
Oh, yeah. Maybe you
Yeah.
shouldn't have phrased it like that. Wait a second. This could be perfect. Tendra has the ability to take powers. So if she takes the powers of this thing, then she could heal Adrian and Kleefov will be neutralized.
I didn't know an ability like that existed.
Yes, I know, she's very annoying.
But if she does have that, then at least if we are all in this room, we empty out most of the furniture, we stay here, we're then no longer in your people's way, you can get on with the rest of the crews, all of the people who have started fights so far are here, and we can defend my sister. Plus, if he comes sniffing around again, apparently we've got a power stealer. Roll me... I'm going to say roll me persuasion or diplomacy. Rakia or anyone else who would like to make a pledge towards this.
Yep, I made diplomacy, yeah. Oh dear, that's a minus.
What would Fletcher like to say about this?
Power is greater than numbers.
Oh!
Brought it on home, Rakia. He takes... He sort of like rubs his eyes with his fingers and is just like, you are going to be the death of me, but fine. Whatever. We'll lock you in here for the next few days, for however long that this will last. All of you. That includes yourself, Cloak.
I'm fine with being locked in here with my teammate.
Good. We'll take the stowaway and we'll bring her here. Then, all of you will have to wait. If he comes sniffing around, as you said, you'll know about it.
Could you bring my, stuff from my room? Not just, for, like, kindness sake, but I also have quite a lot of, weapons in there that he might be able to use.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage, because I want to point out the only person who technically has a sword on them right now is technically Adrian's sword, which is down next to the bed.
Good.
Oh, disadvantage, oh no, damn it.
No. Anyone else want to bring up, like, taking their stuff from the rooms and bringing it here?
Yeah,
If
with
you
my
would allow
stuff.
me, I would be able to just quickly fly through all our rooms and bring our stuff here. That way we wouldn't
Mate,
have to
actually,
use any of them.
My lance is also here, remember?
Did you bring your lance with you?
I brought both my weapons.
Oh, I
I
thought,
thought
you said
yeah,
you
why
only brought
not?
your sword. Fair enough.
I don't know, because just in case, you never know when you might need a lance.
You just leaned it up against the wall as you used your sword.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
there.
I guess Fletcher. Well, the thing is, Fletcher, like, it's kind of obvious that what he's trying to say or what he's trying to want is he wants all of you there because you're technically prisoners. You're not actually prisoners, but you're technically prisoners. So what he is preferring is that you guys are as unarmed as possible. But your argument is, if we're unarmed and he comes for us, we can't take him down as easily. So again, if anyone wants to make this argument, you've got Fletcher, Felix, and Cloak that can make this argument.
I'm just gonna whisper to Fletcher. Should I try and roll stealth? I don't know.
It's up to you. If you want to.
I'll try and roll stealth,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I don't even mind that much if people hear it. It's not a huge deal. Fletcher, why even have this argument with him? You can just float through and take all our stuff anyway. No one's going to be able to stop you.
It's been a day, right?
Yep. Well, it's been 8-9 hours.
So if I just vanish from existence and
Well,
brought
you might as
everything
well.
here,
Well, what Cloak is trying to
Might as
say
well
is
wait
that, like,
until
when
the guy
they're not-
leaves the room.
Yeah, when they're not looking, I disappear. Well, that's not suspicious as shit. Like,
well, good thing I'm not speaking as Fletcher right now. I'm
Yeah.
speaking meta.
fair enough. Yes, yeah. So he goes, well, we'll take the stowaway, and your weapons will be left in your rooms. Now, if you excuse me. He then walks outside, where you can see 2 armed guards either side of the door, as the door is then closed, and then you then hear a lock. A few minutes later, about maybe 20 minutes later, Tendra is brought in, and she just like goes, I am not happy about this. And then she just sits down on one of the tables.
Yeah, join the club.
And then again, the door is locked. Pretty much, the next 8 to 16 hours go by as you are given 2 meals. Adrian, you are not given meals, but instead you are given IVs to basically help you because you are unable to eat as it is too painful to get up. A nurse comes in every now and again to change the bags so that then you're able to gain sustenance and also gain enough to be able to be healed. But then comes the issue of the bathroom. You are then told to either hold it or you will be escorted both in and out of the toilet. Which then becomes the issue of, does anyone trust the guards? Also, everyone is too concerned with wanting, so everyone roll me an endurance check. Actually, everyone. Yours is, by the way, yours is disadvantage, Adrian. I should probably tell you now. You are missing 64 points of your maximum health, and everything you roll is disadvantage. On top of this, half of your vitality is missing.
God.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, you rolled it in the wrong place.
No, I know. They went with the dice rolls.
Yeah, but you did the other one. Yeah, never mind.
Everyone is fine except for Rakia.
Yeah, what am I doing? What's my thing?
Rakia is either told to go in a pan in front of everyone or basically be escorted to the nearest toilet facility. At this point, the decision is uncomfortable but must be made.
I shall be escorted out. I will not pee, especially in front of Tendra, my enemy.
Don't worry about anyone else in the room. No, specifically Tendra. Fair enough.
You're not given the satisfaction.
You're eventually escorted in to the lavatory, and then eventually, when you come out, you're escorted back out. The entire time, you are given handcuffs to make sure that you do not do anything wrong. The handcuffs come off after you come back into the nurse's office, or the infirmary, sorry, and then again the door is closed and locked behind you.
How long has it been, can I ask?
It has now been. It has now been. Oh, since you've been in this room, or since you've woken up.
Since we've been told we're going to stay in this room.
It's now been 16 hours.
Can I attempt to do something?
What?
Remember I was saying about getting the apostle of my sister?
Oh, okay. So for the next few hours, you want to try and roll to practice it, yeah?
Mostly like, I cannot die. Okay. I will not die.
My
sister is here. I have to not die.
It's up to you if you want this to be a wisdom or I'm going to say wisdom, charisma, or willpower roll. And you have to roll it 5 times.
Okay. It's not disadvantage, right?
Oh, shoot, yeah, it will also be disadvantage.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
actually,
biggest...
willpower will be the only one that is not disadvantage.
There it is. 17.
Yep. So again, another 4 more times. So no. Yes. Yes. And... okay. You have got 4 out of 5 successes for the Apostle of the Queen Crawford. Eventually, a guard unlocks the door and walks in. Right. All of you. You'll come in with us. We'll get something for you, Miss Crawford. They eventually point their guns to help escort you out of the infirmary.
Are the guns really necessary?
Considering that you've damn near trounced any possibility of security feeling safe without them, I'd say no. They are deadly necessary.
Understandable.
As they eventually take you out, Adriana is given a wheelchair to help put Adrian in. You eventually slide in, and the nurse then gives you something. A small vial injector. This, I was able to make about 3 of them. They'll be able to keep your body working, even though that they're badly damaged. Your organs are still able to function so long as this is circulating within your blood. You'll need to inject it into the affected area. But I'm afraid I was only able to make 3 within the short period of time I had. So, what I'm going to say to you is now, I hope you have got a guardian looking over you, because otherwise, you might not survive. She then hands over the vials to you. Adriana takes the sword and she places it over her back. You are eventually shown over, all of you are shown off of the boat, and eventually a large set of cases are brought to you. The captain walks over to the rest of you. Within these trunks, sorry, not off deck. Sorry, on the main deck. Within these trunks are your equipment. What we're going to do is make sure that you are to leave before any of the passengers. It is therefore that you will not get any of their way, and they will not get any of yours. The ship will depart soon, once we have reached the island. As you can see, as he then points off in front of the ship, it's about another 100 or 200 meters away. So we should be getting off relatively soon. The breeze of the ocean is beautiful. The bright, gorgeous sun beaming down. It is a beautiful day. It is roughly nearing 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And as you have come to this sort of point in time, the air feels calm. You feel the fresh air and everything is readying you for the next step in your journey. Adrian, you look at your arm as a reminder that you do not have all of your points, but also as a reminder that you need to get stronger, as Simikael said. Those are the last words that you remember hearing him say before you passed out. Rakia, you look at yours, and you remember that this arm was lost due to impatience, and that over the last few days have taught you that sometimes you must think wisely or intelligently, rather than just always emotionally. Cloak, you look out over at the place that is your home, and you think about the things that are to come for you. That maybe at some point you'll finally be able to get to your destination, rather than always moving backwards. Felix, you look at Tendra and you realise that the dynamic of the party is not going to be the same, either for a while or ever. But you know that your decisions are your own. And Fletcher, you look at these people, your master, your friends, your rivals, and you realise that as long as you have them, you'll be fine. As we come to the point that there's only a few more hundred, there's only about 100 meters left, you start seeing the dock and where you're about to get off. You then see a wave crash against the front of the boat, water pouring in, and it just being so refreshing. A little odd, but refreshing. As the mist goes across all of your faces, the warm air being cooled down by now this breeze of seawater. As the water begins to form into a silhouette, and then finally into a body, and finally into a person with a large beard, greying in certain areas. A man standing in front of you, a long black coat, along and adorned with what seems to be blue metals. How are you doing?
All things considered, pretty well.
Good, good. Nice to see that there are some people that are still waiting to come on down and brush with death and life. This beautiful country, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. I'm your welcome party, by the way. My name is Donovan. But, you can call me Davy Jones. The captain stands forward. Donovan David Jones. But people call you Davy Jones, correct? Aye, one of my fans, eh? Well, don't worry. I'm not too much to be baffled at. You're a pirate from the Onis. What are you doing on this side of the island? I'm just letting you all know that we control at least half of the island, the southern region. And we want to make sure that you're not going to get involved in any of that, any of that messy business. Because it would be a shame if we had to crush your skulls or drown you into the depths of the watery deep. But as long as you stay away from our people, our Oni pirates, as we are known, then everything will go your way. Are we understood?
Fletcher is not paying attention as he's reaching into his case and like,
Khaleesi, my old quarterstaff. Good to have you back. Sorry, what were you saying?
What I was saying, lads, is that the respect here is not exactly what I was expecting. But regardless of what you think of me, just remember, half of this island is still within the territory of not only the Oni pirates, but the sea ruler of one of the 8 seas, known as Yol Kaigar. He is not a man to be scoffed at. They call him the strongest creature in the world, and by God, does he live up to that expectation. But, nevertheless, some of you, not exactly better for worse, or better for wear. He then takes a knee and leans down over in front of Adrian. I saw you fight last night. Quite a spectacular, but, kinda lost me. I thought you were supposed to be the strong type, but you got your ass handed to you by a fancy with fake wings? Pfft. Hopefully you'll make your comeback, eh? Or maybe you'll die in a few days. Who knows? But, nevertheless, It's good to see a lass who can fight her way out of any situation. Right, he stands back up. I'm gonna get going, but remember what we said. No going over to the southern region and bothering us, or we will kill all of you. But as I said, we don't have to worry about that. Now, Davy Jones out, and he sort of dives backwards off into the water and splash.
Bye,
Cloak, by any chance would your plan involve the southern side in any way?
How's it, Joe?
What is your hope? Is your hope only to be around for the Suzaku stuff and that, you know?
Yeah.
Well, considering your training ground, Suzaku, and anything else that is of any particular consequence within what you originally believed, no.
Okay.
As long as everything is safe and normal, you won't have to go to the southern side.
Oh, good. Don't have any time for this now. Okay, we won't die. We won't die, Juice. Don't worry.
And
Have a
this,
good day.
head on
Enjoy your
out.
game.
I'll do my best to not die.
You
as
better.
You won't die.
as we finally pull up, you
We'll
guys
never
are
die.
now getting off onto the dock. You're told that you have 10 minutes before everyone will then start coming out, so you have to leave by then, as you are now being wheeled or walking down this ramp to get off of the boat onto the dock. We are now greeted with the sight of the land of the sunken moon, and this is where we shall end our session.
Is Adriana pushing me, can I ask?
Aww.
I mean, Adrian will have apologised at least 5 times. I know.
Adorable. So, thank you
Because
very
I'm
much
making my queen push me. A terrible
push
person.
me. Some paladin you are. No, obviously not.
Oh.
So yeah, that's this session done. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I'm sorry if we focused a little too much on one thing rather than the other. I hope you guys got to get some enjoyment out of this session.
This is why we don't fight anyone anymore.
We get
Lose.
too badly hurt.
The funny thing is, right, and this is a genuine thing, I thought my luck is going to be terrible, because I got that first natural one. I was like, my luck is going to be terrible, and Adrian's modifiers are actually pretty darn good. I think that like Adrian actually has a pretty good chance. And I thought to myself, this is the situation that I want, that if he does win, that he'll end it with this attack. And I thought, well, if he gets a natural 20, I'm not going to bother rolling the damage, because I know that could potentially just kill Adrian straight out. I wanted some kind of injury that one of you guys would carry on into the next couple of sessions, because then it's like, oh no, consequences, and we can't just easy win button this stuff.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Because I need to know. I have to know. How much damage did I actually deal to the guy?
17 out of that 50. Something.
How much health did he have?
Too much.
Do you want me to tell you? I can
Boss
tell
health.
I mean,
No.
I need to know how
didn't have boss health.
badly I was beaten.
you. So, you dealt 17 points of damage. He had 227 points of health.
I mean, better luck. I mean, with better luck, I think I could still.
I will say this, like, had you guys have fought him together, then obviously, like, you would have won because you have a nullifier. But, like, even without Cloak using nullification, I think that you guys would have still had a pretty good chance against him anyway, because, like, again, there's more of you. He was a mini-boss, though, so to be fair, like, yeah.
I mean, this is better in a sense because maybe Adrian will learn a lesson now. Probably
Yeah,
not.
stop-
But
please.
stop
maybe.
playing for everyone's honor. I mean, Adrian will probably say that. Like, you're healed now. Stop doing that.
Well, I don't know if you
Doing that for the-
remember what she actually said to Adrian, because I know that your character wasn't conscious, but she said that's just like Adrian. And it's that thing of like she doesn't want you to hurt yourself anymore, but at the same time she doesn't want you to stop being you. It's that thing of like you fight for people's honor because that you are you, and I can't be upset with you because of that. Like that was
every time I've done that, I've failed.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. To be
well,
fair,
Rakia's going to be upset for you. Going to be upset at you.
You know what?
You
Though?
know,
This
so
is
I'm
great.
like
The last time that this happened, you nearly lost all of your points. In fact, you were on 1 point. This time, there is no like instant revives, full heals, and now you have been left with basically a scar that has actually probably going to put you into a situation where you are not going to be able to easily recover. Something or someone needs to heal you. The other thing that I might as well just kind of spoil. If you had used Cleofoth's wood and assimilated that wouldn't have given you his powers.
It's just wood.
It has to be it has to be biomass.
Yeah, he's protected.
Even though that it is him, it's not bio because that's the technicality of that effect. It has to be his flesh, and since he's technically made out of wood, it's no longer flesh. So you'd still be able to get the wood, but you wouldn't be able to do anything with it other than extra wood. Wood powers activate. And that was it.
His power would have hurt him. At least.
Kinda. It would have mildly inconvenienced him.
It would have done a D10 of damage to him, which would have been annoying.
Oh, stop it.
I mean, I'm quite good.
Max 10 out of damage, you would have killed him.
It's actually quite good that that you stopped Cleaver from taking your blood, at least.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is, though, even with my blood, he wouldn't have any of my SPMAs, I don't think.
Still, he'd have your blood, though, and that's the Crawford blood. That's
Exactly, he'd have
special blood.
structure and wasp. He can't have that. Won't take my blood. The doctors and my sister can take my blood.
But yes, thank you very much for everyone for listening. Hope that you're having a wonderful night, and hope that you all take care. Next time, we'll see exactly what they get up to in the land of the sunken moon. Goodbye.
Bye. I didn't know we were still recording.
Oh dear. Ciao, ciao for now.